Gonna wait for everybody to start joining in, and then we can get into this comment read. I know I'm super duper late. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm late. I'm late. So I'm gonna pull up these comments now. Wrong one. All right, y'all. I know I'm late for the comment read, but it's okay. We here. We doing this. It's happening. Um, yeah, I couldn't yesterday. Yesterday, I was like trying to get my life together. I was in and out of sleep all day. Once I got back home, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, it was a lot for me to come up here. I don't think I was going to be able to have the energy that we needed to have these lives. So we here today on a Monday. I'm sorry I was not here with you guys yesterday on Sunday, like I promised. But y'all have to understand it was my birthday, okay? It was my birthday. I want to say thank you to everyone who wished me a happy birthday. I really, really, really appreciate it. And all the people who reached out to me and, blessed my Cash App or whatever. I appreciate it. It really meant a lot to me. So I'm going to start going into these comments. And if y'all jump in late, you just going to have to go catch the replay. Because I don't want to be up here all night long trying to do this. All right, let's see. Let me go into these comments and start pulling them up. All righty. How many comments we got? I think I could see how many we got on YouTube. Let me go to YouTube because YouTube is easier. All right. So basically, all right. Let me go to the comment section. It says we have 147 comments. I don't know. But I'm gonna get started. And when people jump in, if we went over your comment, I'm sorry. Just watch the replay. And we'll get back to it later. What's going on with these comments? Oh, y'all, my phone. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. All right, so I'm gonna start from. I'm gonna start from the top and then work my way down. Okay, so Island Rose said, "You have the cutest laugh." Chloe, happy birthday. Well, thank you, Island Rose. Thank you. And I thank you for the birthday shout out. Okay. I appreciate it. You guys showed me so much love. I'm not even gonna say I was super, super, super excited and happy. Okay. All right, so let's get into Cliff's comment. Cliff said, I was disappointed in Miles for apologizing to Karen and not calling her out for coming home like she's Taylor. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I was definitely upset that Miles did not call her out for not coming home. I do not care what kind of argument you get into. You come home, and that's just that. You do not stay out all night when you married, mad or not. Come home. Let's see what everybody had to say. It's a few replies in here. Let's go. All right. So Franny said, Cliff Washington, you know how I feel about that. Although his intentions was good, he has hurt her feelings. When that happens, you apologize. Very mature thing to do. I hope that he bring it up the next not coming home thing in front of Dr. Viviana next week. It should be in front of an expert so that it is productive. So I could agree. Yes, I could agree that they definitely need to talk about it. But I think he should have brought it up right then. Hi, Anonymous. Agree, Mal should have spoken up. Yes, Mal should have spoken up right then. No explanation. Like, I don't understand. She she went into a rage that wasn't even that serious. But Freddie says that she think that she should have just, bring it up when the experts come. No, bring it up now. They need to have that discussion now and then let the experts figure it out later. That's just what I'm saying. So Cliff said, I get that part. My problem is he was apologizing. He was apologizing like he was the bad guy. If Mal said, I apologize for making you feel away, I would be okay with it. What he said was he's sorry and it won't happen again. When he was the one at home worrying, looking like he just cried because she didn't come home. Plus, you know he deals with depression and she made that man feel like crap. Oh, yes. Okay. Different perspective. Absolutely. Absolutely. She definitely made him feel like crap knowing he dealt with depression. You think that if he would have brought it up, it would have been dismissed and had her feelings? Why do you think that? I mean, it's a way to have a conversation on both ends. Cause he was feeling some type of way too. She stayed out. She should have never stayed out. I don't know. I don't care. Why you got the mad face? I told y'all I'm sorry for missing the common read yesterday. I was sleeping in and out all day. Okay, I was trying to recover my life for my birthday celebration. I am allowed to have a birthday celebration, Cliff. Franny said, Cliff, I agree 100%. So I think that if he apologized and everything, which was fine, but I also think after he finished, he could have said, well, can you as well not stay out next time we get into an argument? We got two rooms in this house, and I know like you may be upset and you want to leave or get your own space and time, but I would prefer if you stay in a room in the other room, or at least let me know what's going on with you. That just made me feel uncomfortable for him because he really looked like he was going through it in that bathroom. I'm not even going to lie. So Yvette said, I was extremely disappointed, so much so I grabbed Mal's throat through the TV. She did say call her out when she's doing something wrong. This was the time, Miles. It seems as if this was all about Cameron's feelings. What about Mal's feelings? If he left her, she would find it hard to forgive him. That was childish of her. Her leaving, cursing him, causing him severe anxiety. No doubt he cried when production left. You were wrong, Karen, and you took the conversation way out of the ballpark. It does not have to escalate to that level. You took it too far. You have a good man. Cherish him because life is short. You better tell it, you bet. Hey, mom. So then Angela said the whole time she was calling him childish, she throwing tantrums, playing a quiet game, and running away. The fact that she didn't even ask the man how he felt made it even more clear that it was all about her. I hate fake apologies, but if she felt bad enough to rub his feet and touch him, then she should have said the words. I want Mouse to check her, but at this point, anything he says will be used against him. So I kind of understand not saying something in that moment, but he had to express his boundaries too, and he's ready to walk if they are crossed because she got her running shoes on and ready. He called out the intimacy. Look where that got him. Karen needs to knock it off. You can't get mad and just walk all out. She knew he was going to wasn't not going to yeah knew he wasn't going to do anything. Right, he definitely knew he wasn't going to do anything. You embarrassed me on other YouTube friends who was coming to see me and Franny. What are you talking about? I embarrassed you to my other YouTube friends who was coming here to see me and Franny. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Danielle said Miles has to remember if he doesn't call Karen out, he will appear weak to her, even though he is just trying to be nice and not ignoring her. But she needs to stay he needs to stay his needs. Miles is also balancing the depression, so he may be second guessing himself. I wish he was honest with Karen the way he was with Woody. Unsafe. Karen said up front she is an adult and can talk about sex, then feels unsafe about a joke. She's mixed up like like a salad, right? Cliff said, I agree with you. I do feel he's scared to tell Karen what he told Woody. I believe he feels he will lose Karen. Okay, so this is how I feel. Anytime Mal's going to say anything, she definitely going to use it against him. This is why he just tries to be quiet, because he's scared that if he says anything that is going to go back, they're not going to be able to move forward. She's going to start pulling back again. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. All right, y'all. I'll put the link in. All right, next comment. Angela said Miles need a rematch. They need to do a spinoff for him, marrying Miles or something, because Karen ain't it. Producer should have shut it down, or shut it down, or the expert should have sworn the apartment to as soon as she said unsafe. I'm all for letting couples work through stuff, but all of them were just wandering through their new marriage in the dark and trying to lead each other doing crawfish conversation, park walks, and corner talks. Karen's friend said treat her like a bad puppy, and almost got Miles divorced. What? What? Um, Woody's telling Mouse to blow up her phone is going to get him blocked with stalker charges. And then how unsafe did Karen really feel if she took this man to yoga, rubbed his entire body, and then slept in the same bed as him the next the day before she thought he might hurt her because of his words? That doesn't match up. You can't tell me that man did not have blue didn't have blue that night, but he didn't bother her, even though I'm sure he was hot and bothered. She's playing games and I don't like it. Okay, playing games and we don't like it. Like Woody was unsafe damn time. Niggas be joking when women end up hurt. People not realize that she could have been in a similar situation and been unsafe. So you think that her saying that she felt unsafe was valid? That's what you're saying, Tiffany? Oh, I didn't mean to send that comment. I'm trying to read the comment. Oh, I'm in it. I'm bugging. So Yvette said, that's why I say she's on medication. She just needs to own up to her truth. Ain't no shame in that, because we all take meds or for something, and mental issues no different from other body parts. People stigmatize, but it's a form of ignorance. However, being that I work in mental health, Karen shows signs of delusion. Okay. I think a lot of people saying something wrong with her. So Angela said something, she got something or on something and needs something. True, everyone has issues, mental, medical, emotional, physical issues, or a combination. She does need to lay it out on the table or at the altar, but she won't. But she did say that she moves really slow. I think see the thing is with Karen, I was like, I know her background, so I feel her. Thank you. I feel her when she says that, she's trying to take it slow. She don't want to move fast. She's gonna work on it. She's gonna do all that. But it's just so hard. It's just so hard because Miles is such a good guy and he's being so patient. And I think the whole conversation was just a joke and she took it just a little bit too far with the unsafe word. But did she really feel unsafe is the question. We can't, okay, so what we can't do is we can't dismiss her feelings. Let's just say that. We can't dismiss if she really felt unsafe. Unfortunately, she said it. I would say, Pack, I'm coming to get you, and then I will go there and show her unsafe and not with him. Oh, oh, oh. Well, okay. Okay. I'm gonna go to the next comment. So Millennium Mom said, I laughed so hard when your husband said they don't have a mop. His face was priceless. Happy B-Day, Chloe, and many more. from Mom. P.S. It's birthday season. Yes, Mom. When's your birthday? It's coming, right? I think it's you said the 23rd. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's in a couple of days, right? Birthday time, Virgo season. So can we agree that we're not going to dismiss Karen's feelings, even if she did feel unsafe? Let's just say that we. You said no, no. We. My husband said no. He said no, no, no. Don't even do it. So your vet said, I agree with Chloe's husband. If someone said I made them feel unsafe, I'm going. Karen is acting like she is on some meds too. She pierced him out so deep that surgeons would have a hard time repairing his wounds. I felt so bad for him. I could see he was ready to tear up. Her mouth is her problem. I think that the issue was that it seemed like Miles felt entitled to her body. Like, don't put on a damn calendar. He needs to grow up. So when in the video when me and my husband was talking, right? When we was talking about your husband being entitled to your body or your wife being entitled to their husband's body, how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel like when you marry a person that you're entitled to, I guess, sex because that's your spouse? How do y'all feel about that? Right. You don't say unsafe. You said she acting like she's 16. She's saying that she can have the conversation, but she obviously didn't want to have the conversation when he was trying to have the conversation. Then I think he was trying to make a joke, and then it just went too far. She took it way too far, like Angela said. She just took it way too far. It's like I think every time he tries to make a joke, she makes it like he's really saying it. I mean, you should make an effort, but no feels no. I feel it's part of the marriage commitment. So this is my take on it. I feel like because me and my husband gonna make a video on sex and marriage, but I feel like you shouldn't turn down your spouse from sex. Will you? Oh, you right? Become one. Exactly. You become one, so you the one he aggravating. Um, the Bible says when you marry, your bodies become one. His belongs to you and yours belongs to him. Right. So this is what I'm saying. I feel like I don't want to, I wouldn't, I wouldn't tell my husband, no, he can't have it. Even if I'm not in the mood, it's like, okay, whatever, and keep it moving because I would want the same, same thing if it was me. I don't believe you should withhold sex from your partner though. Hey, Cliff.
You hear me?
I can hear you.
What up?
What's
I
up?
I just want to mush you sometimes. Yo, I went to La Vida Rosa live the other day.
Uh-huh.
Now she's a big YouTuber as far as Married at First Sight. 40K, right? They know
Mm-hmm.
me and Franny in there. So I was like, yo, me and Franny be over here and we be debating and I will, giving our opinion. So they was like, word, when is it? I told them, it was like, all right, for you, Cliff, we gonna be over there. No show. He
I'm
did a no
sorry.
show of me. Embarrassed me in these streets. But anyway.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't think
yeah.
I was gonna be that drained still on Sunday, but I was like in and out of it. And I was like, I don't want to come up here and half do it, because y'all deserve 100%. So I was trying to give y'all 100%. Okay. I'm sorry.
Don't tell me
But
anything.
I appreciate it, Cliff. I really do.
Uh-huh. Anyway, as far as Karen, right? Because I was reading some of the comments in the chat. They say he's not entitled to her body, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, then he could go out and sleep with other women. Is that cool?
No.
Why?
I think when they say that, they saying like if she says she not in the mood, then she just that don't mean that he can go and get it
No,
and
no,
take
no.
it.
But no, obviously he can't take it. Obviously. No, but they didn't have sex. So being that she wants to wait, why he gotta wait then? Because it's not his body, her choice. So why is not his body his choice?
Because
Like if that's how
you're
we
still
move it, because don't
married. If I
you
tell my husband no, I don't want
then
to have
why
sex tonight,
she's not doing
don't mean
her,
he supposed to go out
you
and
and
go
your
have
husband.
sex with somebody
Hold on,
else.
hold on, hold on. No, 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 no. You and your husband is totally different. Totally different situation. We going off of them being new, him being her stranger. I'm not talking about, you're married, y'all got some time in conventional marriage. I'm talking about off of this type of situation. Since she doesn't feel comfortable and he's a stranger and she was in fear, why can't he go out and do what he want to do? Because she ain't have no problem going home.
No, ain't no truth. No, I
That's
don't agree with that. Because
why.
now you're talking about
Because you
infidelity.
how is it what you mean? She
Because that's
holding
still
out.
part of the vows. That's cheating. They still technically
They
married.
are married
Just
for
because they didn't have sex
don't
or just
no no no
because
no
she's
no.
not having
We
sex
ain't
with him
consummate
does not
nothing.
mean you can break the marriage
I'm not
vows
trying to
and
hear
go
all that
have sex
marriage or
with
anything.
somebody
If
else.
we didn't consummate the marriage. What you talking about? How we married? We ain't consummated.
What, consummate and you that doesn't mean you ain't still got a marriage thing.
Man, people marriages get dissolved if because niggas ain't having sex. Part my language. Because people ain't
Oh
having sex.
yeah, don't be in here saying niggas they gonna get us kicked out.
Yeah, and then you follow up after me and say the same thing.
I gotta do better. I gotta do better. Hi Tiff.
What's
What I'm
up,
saying
everybody?
is, if she was afraid, like somebody said, we don't know what she went through. Let's say something happened to her before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then why not go get help, do what you got to do instead of coming on a show to get married?
I agree. I don't think she should be on Married at
And
First Sight right
we're
now.
assuming that something happened to her. We don't know that. Exactly. She just
I
don't
don't
want
know.
him.
I think it's different if you're a female, because if you're a female, then like you can't even walk down the street looking good like at night. You have to, because you'll feel unsafe. So I think it's very different because guys don't know, like, to be objectified is not really a thing. I'm not saying that no males get objectified, but I feel like it's a normal female experience to be objectified, especially if you look as good as Karen. I'm sorry, there's no way she's walking through the street, especially in Louisiana. They don't. They act up in New Orleans. That's for a fact. But other than that, I feel like we have to accept her experiences. And if she
But we
says
don't
she
know
feels
her
unsafe, then
experiences.
sure.
We don't know her experience. Everybody is coming with this theory that something might have happened to her. She said she was unsafe, but how? She's the one that came up with the calendar joke. Oh, we'll put it on the calendar, and he took it to the next level and wrote it. But that came out her mouth.
She said it's not like we're going to put it on the calendar, though. She said that she would like it to be a natural thing. And then he's like, blah, 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 blah. But also, married at first sight, most of these people are not having sex. Most of them are not having sex within the 8 weeks. The longest couple that have been together, Jamie and Doug, they didn't have sex until months after they
Oh,
finished the
listen,
show.
I only watched season 1, 8, 9. What's the other one? 10, 11. The
Right.
only people I can remember not having sex was what's his name? Mika and Iris in them. Everybody else had sex.
Jamie and Doug did not have sex. They did not.
Yes, James. No, okay, that's season 1. How long ago was
Mhm.
that? But if you're
And,
talking about
and they're
that,
still together.
okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. But that's one. Okay, that's them, right? They didn't have sex. It worked out. But look at everybody else has sex. And even if that's the case, if that's not what he wants, that's not what he wants. Like me personally, I would have an issue.
I think it's also to keep in mind that Miles did say on Unfiltered, I don't know if you guys saw the episode, but he did say that he was in a 2-year relationship and did
Yes,
not
he
have sex with
did.
her the whole time.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. Yep. He said it took him 2 years to have sex with the girl, and they still didn't have sex after they broke up.
Right. So if he can wait 2 years with some lady that he been knew, Like he just met Karen. He can I think he's trying to compare himself to Woody. He wants to be like as far along as Woody is, and he sees that, oh, Woody's like he's already in love with this girl, so he's trying to catch up to his buddy, but he needs to
Oh,
like slow down and mind his business in his relationship. That's what he needs to do.
that's a different perspective. But I do think that Karen isn't giving Miles enough.
Yeah, I think that's where the confusion is, right? Because this is gonna be my last comment, but because
It's okay.
people were saying Karen was saying one thing and then she's like, oh, a couple days later let's go do this massage. But also this experiment was like 2 months long, like 3.5 months. So they're showing it like it's a few days later, but it really could have been a week later. We don't really know the
Uh-huh.
time frame there. And she's putting in an effort later in the episode. I can't say it's a little bit confusing, but she put in the effort eventually.
I
She's
think
doing
she
more than him.
definitely did put in the effort.
She's
At the
doing more
end.
than Henry. That's it.
Last episode, I think she put in a little bit of effort. I could appreciate it, and Mouse ate it up. So if he like it, I love it.
Period.
Right.
All right, thanks.
You want to out? Okay.
No, that's it. That's it for me.
Alrighty. Okay, go ahead, Cliff.
Don't say it like that.
No, I'm late. Just go ahead.
So rude.
Gosh.
Anyway, another thing I was hearing people were saying about at the end it got better because she was giving him a massage. Someone brought this up. She was in control, like she was touching him. So it was like she was in control. It wasn't like he was touching her. Because remember, I don't think she feels too comfortable with him touching her. So
Right. I
really
think that
didn't
this
look.
has to be at her own pace. And
I
there's
think she
nothing
wants
wrong
to
with
be in
that. At
control.
least she's making an effort to get comfortable with him.
I don't trust it.
You don't trust it?
I
I
really
think
don't.
that she made a genuine effort. Even if she was in control, she was still physical with him, and it was her decision to do that. So I can
It was a show
appreciate that.
decision, but okay.
You say what?
It was the show decision. You know, the show set that up.
You think so? I don't think Karen would have
Of
did a
course,
show or no show.
I do.
I
They
don't
got
think so.
obligation. They got obligations and things they have to do.
So you think the show set it up?
I think the show set it up, just like I feel they set up the dancing with Henry and Olivia.
Really? I don't think it was a setup though. I think that was genuinely like them trying to connect. I think they had told them like you guys need to go on dates, so pick a date that y'all want to go on or something like that. But I think he picked the date.
I doubt it. But even if let's just go for you're right. My thing is that she have to be in control. He has no real say so in that relationship. Everything is to what she wants. That's my problem with whether it's the touching or talking about sex or anything else is what she wants. Is never I'm gonna do this for Miles.
I
Like you
think she
can't say
did
the
that for
cooking.
Miles.
No, she
No?
no, like I really don't feel that way. I really
All right,
don't.
let me ask the chat. Do y'all think Cameron did that for Miles, or do y'all think that production set it up? So do we think that this was Cameron's decision or production's decision? I need to know what y'all think.
Because you gotta
Let
look
me
at it
know in the comments.
the
Huh?
same way production send them on a honeymoon. Production set up things for them to do. Other cast members talked about it in the past. I remember Mika talking about it when I watched the interview with her about certain things they did. I'm not saying everything, but there's things that production set up for them to do and give them the heads up.
Yeah, I know that is true, but I think that was probably a little bit more. I think it was kind of, I don't know, because I can see Karen saying, I'm not doing that.
I don't know.
Right.
But
Tiffany said nobody is
I'm gonna get.
touching people for production. I think she did it for Miles because she low key felt bad for not coming home. She knows she was wrong. Okay, so so far
That could be
it's looking
possible.
kind of split. It's looking like some saying production, some saying Cameron. So yeah, I think it was Cameron. That's just my opinion. Cliff think it was production. April think it was production. Shamika think it was production.
Exactly.
Dexter
Some
think it
smart
was
people in the chat.
Karen. Huh?
I said some smart people in the chat. But
All
I'll be
my
back for
subscribers
break.
smart. What you talking about, period?
All
Karen
right, I'm
ain't
gonna go.
doing what Karen don't want to do. Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Karen would have been like, she'd have got them, but like, nope, I ain't done with it. I ain't done with it. I don't, especially if taking off them socks. Woo, nah. I don't even know what my husband feel like, look like in my memory at this moment, okay? Right. It was her decision to have control. I think that was her point of her doing it. I think it was to show her that she wanted to, touch. She wanted to show him some affection, but she wanted to be in a safe environment where she wouldn't feel pressure, in my opinion, to do anything more. That's just what I think. But oh, I gotta go back to the comments, y'all. Lost my spot. I'm sorry, y'all. Karen did enough to pacify to get credit for doing something she did really do. She could promise with production and messages managed, but she won't agree to his messages. Y'all is not here for Cameron whatsoever. You think production set it up too?
Where they get that information from? Where they learn that? They tell them to do that. They got to like, oh, this is an experiment. Like,
Oh, like an intimacy,
sure
but they do an intimacy segment later on where they actually set it up for them to be intimate.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
so to have him to do that, he probably told her like, well, this is getting closer. And I'm like, man, you see it like for 5 minutes, and that was like, oh, and that was like,
Now,
I didn't see him in a whole different light, like, oh, she's trying. No, they told her to do that. If she want, she don't, if there's no pieces with her, she don't got no trust, she don't none of that. She just don't want him. Then the whole thing she said she didn't feel like she was sick. She only said that they gave her the opportunity to go leave. That was the opportunity. I don't feel safe. No, I am not free. Like, they gave her the opportunity to just leave. Like, that was the opportunity to go. Like, she don't want it. That's it. She don't want to say that. She just want to go on to the end of this. That's all it is.
we on the back, so I'm letting you know now. Well, my husband said that he thinks that she just don't want him and she used the unsafe word so she could leave. That was just that, and he think production set it all up. All right, so Cliff's next comment said Amelia didn't wash the outside of the cup. She's dirty. What is that about? Why wouldn't you wash the outside of a cup? I don't understand how do you just wash the inside of a cup and not the outside? What kind of dishwashing are you doing? Like, seriously, I need to know. And we didn't discuss it because I missed some of the scenes, but I think what's his name? Bennett is starting to get real annoyed kinda a little bit with Amelia because he feels like Amelia should have something that to say that annoys her about him because like if you're married to someone, something has to annoy you about them. Living with someone, something's going to annoy you. And she's just like, no, I have nothing. I have nothing. And I think that annoyed Bennett. She said, I also noticed Amelia didn't keep it real about the annoying her about a bit about Bennett. She was annoyed Bennett wanted her to do house chores since she is a doctor. I see a disagreement coming because she doesn't know she feels like this. Hey, Franny, you late, dear. Real clean for someone. Been at real clean for someone with dirty feet. So this is what I said. He the same one that was like take off his shoes, but I think he has levels to it. I don't think he likes to live dirty. I just think his hygiene is a little different. He looked like the type that probably shower like every other day instead of every day. So like he don't want to be in a dirty house. Cause if he got annoyed with her not washing the dish right, and I think part of him being a mama's boy too, she probably did all the cleaning. I know I messed up because I didn't come in yesterday. It was my fault. I take it. Y'all can yell at me. I take it. Yell at me if y'all want. I'm sorry, y'all. I was out celebrating. I was recovering. Let's say I was recovering from the celebration. And I'm gonna say it again because all you guys wasn't in here, but I really do appreciate all the birthday shout outs and the people who blessed my cash app. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the love. I felt love by my YouTube family. Let's see what the replies say. Take a bet said they kindred spirits, but something isn't right with Amelia. How can a MD not understand the importance of cleanliness? Exactly. I don't know. And we thought they was gonna be fine living all dirty. Nah, Then it like, nope, ain't happening. But I think didn't Amelia say she was gonna clean the dishes? I mean, clean the bathroom, or was it Bennett? Because I remember her picking out some stupid chores. Like she said she was going to entertain the neighbors. And what else she say? Open the door in the middle of the night. Smart people are messy. I don't know. I'm kind of messy too, y'all. All right, let's see. I was thinking the same thing. She's going to give her patients a staph infection if she continues to be dirty. I hope she wash her hands and stuff like that. I mean, as a doctor, you have to like be clean, period. Like your body, your nails, your everything. So it's really weird. I don't know how I feel about that anyway. Then Franny said residents don't even make that much in the beginning to cover both of them. She better go ahead and help clean up. Bennett is still going to have to work his odd jobs until she get her real job. I respect her not wanting to sweat the small stuff, but the small stuff can turn into big really quick. Exactly. That small stuff will turn big real quick. But if she should have told Bennett that she feels as though, hey, I want you to be a house husband. She said it in so many words, but I don't think she really clarified the fact that she wants him to clean more so than anything else. Lorenzo, he commented on my video yesterday and wished me a happy birthday. I think he did leave a comment in here. But let's see. Yeah, he should be okay. He wrote on my video happy birthday the other day. So Rosemary said, why isn't Christina showing up at the unfiltered episodes? And I think she's lying about the whole ad thing. My son, the ADD thing. My son has ADD. He takes no meds and is very sweet and patient. Her foolishness is just her character. Correct. Correct. Her foolishness is just her character. That's why I say in the review, I was like, does ADD make you act that way? Because I don't know for a fact to say it does or it doesn't. But I don't think that it will make you feel that way. So let's read the replies because a few people comment on this. So Angela said, right, where is she? I have a child with ADD as well. And while it affects everyone differently, that's my sweetest one. No mess. Stuff might not get done as quickly and smoothly as I want, but snappy isn't something I've noticed either. So London T said at Rosemary, with all respect and fairness, you cannot judge Christina's illness based on your sons. This is like someone saying your toothache is not that bad because my toothache isn't hurting me. Yes, if she says she has ADHD, she most likely does. There are spectrums in mental illness. That's what I'm saying. I don't know for sure. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I don't know for sure whether or not it can make you feel some type of way. but I don't know if it makes you feel if it goes that far. So Rosemary said to London T, do you actually think that someone who has taken ADD meds would consume as much alcohol and wine as she does? She's lying. She just wants to figure out a way to garner some kind of affection from Henry. Ooh, that's a good point, I guess. So MOT said, I thought the ADD thing doesn't fix personality. So Franny said, Deanna didn't show up until later seasons, to later episodes. I think it will be similar with Christina and Amelia. What you mean, Franny? I'm confused. And then Kiara Reed said, I'm a nurse and I have adult ADD. I don't always take my medication if I'm not at work. You can become agitated or frustrated, especially if you are taking any psychiatrist medication. You stop cold turkey. Everybody is different though. Okay. I think she's lying. It's 2 a.m. and UK cliff. That's probably why he's not here. So, you guys, let me ask y'all something. Now, everybody has different opinions. And you know what? I'm not even going to go there because I don't want to get into the mental health because I'm not too familiar with it and I don't want to offend anybody. But I'm just going to say that I really hope and pray that she's not using ADD as a cop out. I'm going to just say that. So I don't think anybody will lie about mental illness. I don't see why you will lie about mental illness. How it affects you, I don't know. I don't have it. So and I don't know anyone personally. So I can't say, oh, it will make you feel this way, it will not make you feel this way. But I just feel like she just might be a little rude. That's all I'ma say. So Slide by Reality said, you don't go to trivia to do trivia. You go to trivia to get drunk. Period. You go to trivia to get drunk. Go ahead, Cliff.
So let me get this straight. We don't believe Christina have ADD, but we assume.
I didn't say that.
I'm talking to the chat.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Go.
But we assume and go with the theory something happened to Karen. Make it make sense. Why we assuming something
Well, the
happened to
chat got to
Karen?
answer that because I never
hope they do.
assumed anything happened to her. I just thought she
But
was just, taking like don't like
but
him.
that's all I've been hearing is maybe something happened to her. And it's not just here. I've seen that comment also on other YouTubers' channel.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone thinks Christina is lying. I believe she has ADD. I don't think she just came out with that out the blue. That'd be foul if she did.
But if she has ADD, my one question is, should she have told this shit? Then they have to disclose that to the experts.
I mean, I don't know. You never know. I don't really know. I asked my homegirl because, like I said, she tried to do the show. Everything they asked her, and was that a thing? But my thing is, I understand she told him now, but didn't he tell her late about him having a issue with looking people in the eye? She didn't know that from jump. He said that was a thing, and he did say he told one of the experts.
He told
So I don't know if they.
What's her name?
Vivian.
Dr. Pepper.
Pepper. Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper.
My thing, I think people are too hard on Christina and Brett, but I get to Brett later. I think people are too hard on Christina. I think Henry don't give enough. He's just difficult. And last season, you guys were saying you got to understand Mika because which caller was lying so much. Well, if that was okay for Mika to be upset in that situation, why isn't it okay that Christina's upset? Because he's giving her nothing.
I understand why Christina's upset. I said that in the
No, but
last review when I
I'm
was
not
talking
saying
about Christina.
I'm not just saying I'm not saying you in particular. I'm saying everybody that's watching this video
Yeah.
because they paint her like she's the bad guy. Like when she said, "If you want me to be the bad guy, I will." I understood where she was coming from because I feel like he's fake. I told you this a couple of videos ago. He talk
Mm-hmm.
reckless to the camera, but he don't say it to people's face.
Mm.
It's just something about him I don't agree with. I'm
Mm.
not a Brett fan, but I don't think he's 100% the problem.
Who, Henry?
I was reading Franny comment.
Oh. Hold on, mom's coming in.
Okay. What's
Hello,
it?
how's everybody?
Hey, mom.
Hey, no face today because it's hair wash day. But anyways, as far as the Christine and the ADD thing, I've seen comments where people have said if she's had ADD, she couldn't necessarily be a flight attendant because there's certain mental health steps you have to take and pass
Mm.
because there's all types of passengers who are rude, there's different forms of
Time
aggression,
out.
and you have to be, huh?
No,
I said
Cliff, say
time out.
hi.
Oh, hey, Cliff. And you have to be like a certain character, I guess, to even be a
Mm.
flight attendant or a pilot. So that's the comments I've seen. So it's possible she may not have it, or
Mm.
maybe she just found out she had it. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Do we even know if she's still an active flight attendant to this day?
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's so much we don't know about Christina. I said this in a review before this when I said I feel like the Christina that she's showing us is not the Christina we getting.
Right.
Well, the Christina she's showing us is not the real Christina.
No, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she has had a few what comes across as like mood swings, especially from the
Mm-hmm.
beginning. Remember how like she was like, "No, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna stand right here." So
Yeah.
now she's like, "Oh, I haven't been on my meds, and maybe that was the problem, but you can trust me now. I'm more comfortable." So she has a lot of ebbs and flows when it comes to her personality. But I just wanted to touch about that with the flight attendant thing of the comments that I've seen.
That's a good point. You know what? I should look it up while we up here talking. But I gotta read all the freaking comments. Somebody in the comment section look it up and then come on and tell me what it said.
All right, I'm gonna drop off. I'm gonna listen for a few more minutes. I'm gonna go cook.
All right, thank you for joining.
Bye.
Bye.
Tiff, won't you jump in the live and explain that to me, your comment?
What comment? I didn't see no comment. Employers can't discriminate on mental health, but I think with certain jobs, there is a certain. I think flight attendant might. Somebody look it up. Somebody look it up. Anybody look it up and then come in and let me know. Cause I gotta read the comments. So I can't look it up. You good? No, I'm not trying to get out of here. Whatever will make you need meds. She's only been working for 2 years now. She will be fine. Christina comes off sometimes insecure. That's what the views are going for. Withdraw from medication can make us happy. Okay. Okay. I see where y'all going with this. All right, come on. Ted. You in?
Yeah, so basically, like whenever you go to a new job or something, like in America at least, like you fill out these forms and you put in your information, and then you have the ability to disclose or not to disclose whether you have some kind of like mental illness or something, and that's like depression or anything like that. But
Mm-hmm.
whether or not you disclose it, they encourage you to disclose it so they can like accommodate to you at your work. But whether or not you disclose it, they can't not give you the job because you have like ADHD or whatever. As long as you're managing it, they can't. I mean, they can't disclose it, or if you're handicapped or anything like that.
But I don't know how, because when you like, even let's just use police officers, don't they do psych tests and stuff like that? So I would assume that if they can do certain stuff for certain jobs.
I know for like a pilot or something like that, you have to have like your eyesight is the most important thing for that. But if it doesn't impede you being able to do your job, like crucial parts of your job, then they can't not give you the job. That's like if you're disabled or whatever, or you can't, like you have a slur or something, or you can't use one
Yeah.
of your arms, they can't not give you the job because of that. Because if your job is to pick up the phone, then your job is to pick up the phone. If flight attendant's job is to pass out snacks, I'm not saying that they don't do anything else. I'm just saying as long as homegirl can pass out snacks and read the little safety guide, then
Like, and do the little arm thing.
yeah, exactly. Both her arms working real good. So
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So I guess I don't know. See, y'all, I don't know what it's like to go apply to be a flight attendant. I do know people who did go to apply to be a flight attendant and they didn't get it, and they said it's a lot to be a flight attendant. They said it was a lot to be a flight attendant.
Can y'all hear me?
Go ahead, Cliff.
Yeah, I got knocked off. Tiff, I don't know what you said, but in your comments you said I was mansplaining. One of y'all little buzzwords. I was waiting for toxic masculinity to come next. So how was I mansplaining? Enlighten me.
I don't know. I feel like you don't have to be, especially just like females' experiences are best understood by people. Like I think it's like if you see, it's like if someone's trying to say like, oh, women are important, this, that, and the other. Like, oh, we don't know what she's been through. I think it's best to keep it on the plane of we don't know what she's been through, so we have to believe her, and validate her experiences. But to come in and say like, well, we don't know exactly what she's done is kind of like not believing her, considering the climate that we live in as females. But you wouldn't be able to understand that unless you experienced it, and that could be
I don't
interpersonal
care about the
violence
climate.
or something like
It's
that.
like, but let's be real. People lie. Forget the climate for a second. People lie. Everything is not the truth. And my point was, we assuming something happened to her. She just says she felt unsafe.
I think a good
That was my
example of it,
thing.
yeah, I think a good example of it would be like, okay, say like you're coughing, like the environment. So say it's like October to January and it's like flu season
Mhm.
and you're coughing and your stomach is feeling a little bit bad and you're like, you know what, I feel like I'm getting sick. But someone else who's never like experienced flu season per se comes in and is like, no, you're not getting sick. I think that you're just using that as an excuse to get out of work. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're saying that it's something, since it's something that she is feeling due to the environment that she's in,
Right.
we have
We
to
can't.
validate it. Okay, this is
Right.
true.
I got you.
We
Right.
can't
That's
just
why
say,
I said we can't
I
dismiss her
get
feelings if that's how she
no
felt.
no 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 no.
But do
Hold
we
on.
think that it probably was
This is
the
what I'm
right
saying.
choice? Maybe not.
true. We can
I
say
think she
She
just took
says
it too far. But I
perhaps.
do think I don't want to say her feelings wasn't valid. She definitely had a we if she said it, she must have felt it. But I think she
Mhm.
just could have like I don't think it was that serious, especially when you put in someone especially when you say something like that on national television that makes people think that this man is really doing something to make you feel
what? Nah,
unsafe.
I'm sorry. I can't
Right.
go with that one.
Hey, babe.
How can we say it's valid when he did nothing harmful?
Because you
Like,
can't dismiss
just
someone's feelings, Cliff. You could. That's just like me saying,
why?
"Oh,
Like,
I didn't feel good yesterday, so that's why I didn't come up here." And you're like, "Well, you was feeling good enough to go on Millennium and Mom's live for that little bit of time." It's like, but I
Ooh,
still
that's
wasn't
that's
feeling
that's
100%.
total.
That's that's a
That's
feeling.
totally no. Listen, that's totally different. That is not the same. She
How?
said she listen. She said she felt unsafe, right? Okay.
Mhm.
How? I'm asking from what I've seen, unless they cut a piece out. What did he do? She was going off of words he said. I watched the words. He was joking. Most people with common sense see he was joking. What did he do wrong?
But
I
see,
feel
this
it
the
was a
only thing
huge
I can't
because
say,
hold on, let
Cliff.
me just say that. Hold on, let
Go
me just
ahead,
say
finish.
this. I feel like she just don't like him and was looking for a reason to not be around him. I'm not
I
listen. Okay.
hold up. I agree with you. I do think she don't like him and she don't want to be around him. But we also can't say because we was not in that moment with her to know if she really felt unsafe.
You felt unsafe
Because
with
we watch it
with a
from the
bunch of
outside, so of
production
course we
people
see something
inside the
different.
room.
But being in that room, in that space at that time, we can't say she didn't feel
With
that way.
production,
I think that's
there's
Listen,
a
another.
bunch of
I
people in
agree.
there.
Me personally, I agree that she definitely just don't like him. But what we can say is that we just can't dismiss her feelings about how she feels about something.
I think there's also.
See,
I don't
I
know.
don't, I get like. Go ahead, Tiff. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I think there's like two parts to it, right? I think it's definitely what I'm saying is kind of like a little bit of like kind of you're outside of the perspective of a female because like say that you're just walking down the street and you're chilling, you're with your homegirls or whatever, and trying to imagine it, right? And like a whole bunch of like people who are just like outside, like a group of guys or whatever, is like, oh, hey ma, this, that, and the other, trying to holler at you. Now, she could say the same thing. Oh, I did not feel safe in that environment. And, the thing could be like, oh, well, had it happened at a different place, a different time, maybe it would have been different. But if people are trying to holler at you at nighttime, it's not the right time and right place. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if it's like during the day or whatever, like different circumstances change how you feel towards it. So maybe she's just like, okay, this is not the time or the place to have this conversation. And he just wasn't picking up. Like Miles could have read the room, but he decided not to because he wanted to he didn't address it in the right way. And she's not saying like you made me feel unsafe. She's saying the event, how the things happened in that time, she felt unsafe. So that's why she needs to remove herself from the place, take her own space. But she ended up coming back, which means that she's resolved and sees that she can help make it not come to that issue by talking about intimacy or initiating intimacy. Like we can't say she doesn't like him when literally she went and took him to a massage. Then like the next part of the episode, she took him to a massage. Like if she didn't like him, that would be leading him on. And so that would put her in more opportunities um to feel unsafe if she did not like him. So by
Yeah.
her initiating physical touch and things like that, she's showing, okay, at least I'm not saying that I don't like you or I don't want to be around you. She's just saying,
Mm.
baby steps. Take it one step at a time. Like you don't jump from kissing to sex. Who does that? I mean, some people do, but she doesn't.
Everybody and their mama kissing leads to sex. Everybody. Tiff, I heard a part like I got knocked off. I got knocked off for a second. I heard when you said about females walking and a bunch of guys catcalling, right? That's a different
Yeah.
situation. I can understand a woman being nervous, especially if she's by herself. I get that. She's been around this man a couple of weeks. She pretty much know his vibe. She says she felt safe around him. These are words she used. All of a sudden, because he said he brought up sex, now she don't feel safe. I don't.
Okay,
Me
wait, I
personally,
just had a
I do
thought.
feel like.
I just had a
Go ahead.
thought.
First time for everything. Go ahead.
Okay.
Do you think?
So I think she's okay. I just had a thought because when you
Keep
said
listening.
it, it hit me. When he went to have sex with my wife on the calendar, maybe she really, really thought that he was going to try to have sex with her and not like. Maybe she really thought for that second like Miles was going to try to take it.
Right.
Oh
Definitely.
my
And that's what she said.
Jesus
That's what she said. She said she didn't know what was going on because, like, she had told him repeatedly, yo, don't write that. And she said, even she started off like jokingly saying, it's not like we're going to put it on the calendar. And then he continues to not listen to her and like push her boundary
Who's
even
she? She
more.
his mother.
So maybe she feels like,
He can work what he want.
maybe, huh?
Don't even shake your face at me, Chloe.
Because I hear you over there with your other something.
She did say
I'm
that.
not
And I
being
do
extra
agree.
but he was joking. He was
We
laughing.
know he was
Did she
joking, but that's
didn't
why I
she
said
say
we can't
he
dismiss
go
her feelings
but
because we're on the
wait.
outside
But didn't
looking
she tell him
in.
to go to play with himself?
She was like trying to diffuse
I
the
was telling somebody to go jerk off diffusing.
she's saying like, hey, you can do like she was trying to like diffuse the situation with laughter, kind of being like, yo, like she said, don't write
How
that. And then she's like, you can
he
say
was
you gonna go do
laughing.
that with yourself, but I'm not gonna be with it.
but he was joking
Franny
and
said
laughing.
production was the villain, not Miles. You think production set it up that way?
I don't blame that on production either. Maybe Franny got a point
Listen,
I didn't see. Is you know what I'm saying? But he was joking, he was laughing, he was smiling. I watched that scene more than one time. She wound up getting an attitude, but she told him to go jerk off. Like where was the lightheartedness in that?
Well,
that's
you
She
like
just
meant that.
told me you was gonna have sex with me and write it on the calendar, so I can tell you to go jerk
So
off.
right. But listen, I don't knock it. I don't care if she would have said he could go blow himself. I don't it doesn't matter.
You
Like
saying that it was
he
all
was
fun, so let
laughing.
it
He
be
wasn't
fun.
upset,
Yeah, she was smiling.
basically.
but you could see like if you read the room and just like read her body language, like she immediately closed off. Like
She
her
was
face,
uncomfortable.
she was like,
She was go ahead, I'm sorry.
Hey, Angela.
yeah, she was uncomfortable 100%. She was like, ugh, like you know that nervous laugh that you do when you're like,
But she
okay,
was
I'm kind of over the
uncomfortable
situation.
from the topic.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But see that goes back to the topic. She was uncomfortable having a conversation. And my thing is, why can't he have the conversation?
I
Like
don't think
everything gotta
uncomfortable.
be what she got.
No,
Why
I
did you
don't
see her
think she was
face?
uncomfortable having the. She was hesitant to have the conversation because
Oh,
she is more reserved. But then he just like jumped straight to sex, and it's like, why is he skipping all of these like steps? Does he want intimacy? And she's right. She even said like she's trying to see his motives now because guys will do a whole bunch of things just to sleep with you. So she's trying to figure out, is he just trying to have sex with her, or is he actually trying to like build intimacy and get to know her? Which I can understand where she's coming from because he literally just went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Hmm.
No stops, no stoplights, no break for gas or snacks. He just went straight up. And he was doing too much.
I think that he was joking and she took it too far. But I cannot say that how she felt wasn't valid. That's the only thing. How she felt, that's her feeling. We wasn't in that situation to say that she didn't feel that way. But from the outside looking in, it just looks like I don't think it was that serious to say you felt unsafe. But if she did feel unsafe, then that's just her. That's just her.
And they only showed us, I bet the conversation was longer than the 2 minutes that they showed us. There's no reason, there's no way that they resolved that issue in 2 minutes because it went kind of full circle and they both got to talk.
You talking about when they had the conversation?
Yeah, when she was explaining to him like why she needed to take, she probably explained to him that she's going to need to go take a day because she didn't just disappear. Or maybe, yeah, she didn't just disappear. Like he clearly knew that she was not going to come back. There's probably
No,
a couple
he,
conversations.
he said he didn't talk to her when he talked to Woody.
Okay, but there's no way she just
Remember
like
Woody
left
said
the
I
house.
was just calling her.
Oh,
I think that's
true.
what happened.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
because Woody was like adamant, calling and calling and calling and calling. I think that's what happened because that's why he was in the bathroom looking like he was about to, like he was about to go into a deep depression, all sad. Because he was like, I just wish it, I never did it. Like he was looking real like it was over for Mouse for a second. He just was all sad about it.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I ain't got no sympathy for that little boy. I really just don't because he knew he was doing too much. He was trying. I feel like he's trying to be a
Okay,
dog when he's really.
all the mouse people will come for you. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I already said my opinion in the review, so this on y'all. This comment read is for y'all. I'm gonna mind my business.
Nah, here. My thing is that Miles is a good guy, but quite honestly, like he knows what kind of girl he's with. He needs to stop trying to act like a dog when he's just a puppy. Like he needs to be the cute little puppy and deal with his girl and let Woody be that bulldog. Because Woody got problems he's not talking to Miles about. He wants to look like Mr. Perfect relationship. Meanwhile, Miles is over here fumbling the bag. For what? For what?
Okay, girl.
I'm done though. Before I get
I'm
canceled.
telling
I
you
don't
now,
care.
they probably about to go off on you in the comments. And I'm minding my business because I already said what I said.
I think that they both have places to improve. Definitely their communication needs to improve. And like who's it called? Pastor Cat even said, right, that he would eventually like get to a point where he's like just frustrated and because he's not getting any of his needs met. So Miles needs to communicate, hey, I want to build some sort of intimacy instead of being a teenager and equating intimacy with sex. Because
Yeah,
Kennedy said,
I said that last comment read that he should have stuck with intimacy instead of moving it straight to sex. But then they tried to get me together and said that he tried that already and he got frustrated.
listen, he gonna need to try more than once. It's not one try, then goodbye, because he's still over there. He was doing too much with the whole, he tried too many times with the whole thing. He should like let it sit down, let the cameras go home, and then talk at night.
Mm.
Chloe, I'm gonna just say this, and then I'm gonna let you finish your comment read, and I'm gonna get out. Tiff, that whole "he's a little boy" is the reason why women get dogged the way they get dogged. He's a good man, and things like that turn good men into savages. There's nothing wrong with him. Is there certain things he could tweak? Yes, but he's not a little boy because he cares about his woman. Now, to me, does he care about the wrong person? Yes, but that's my opinion. But I'm not gonna knock him because he's a loving dude. Because then
Nah,
that's when you
that's
get
cap.
that's when you get mad.
Oh, but here's the thing though. It's not that he's a little boy because he cares. It's good for a guy to be affectionate toward his woman. The issue is like he's in this, and he might not see it, but he's unconsciously competing with Woody in the area of sexual intimacy,
No, he's
and
not.
that's what makes him a kid.
No, he's not. Because if that was the case, he would be really, really pushing it. Listen to what he's told Woody. I can't tell her something like I love her if I did because she'll run away. She's scared. He all he does is care about her feelings. I
Mm.
totally disagree. But I'm gonna fall
I'm
back because
saying
I know she gotta finish these comments.
that's
But if
facts.
she have time at the end, I'll deal with you then.
Oh, don't say deal with you.
Don't do
You heard that's
that.
what I said.
Don't do
I'm on my
that.
Lorenzo tonight.
Uh-uh,
Deal.
uh-uh. Be
Yeah,
respectful.
straight Lorenzo. Nope, Lorenzo.
Don't do that.
Don't
Don't
do
do
that.
that.
We don't need that.
No, no. I think I'm finna jump back to the comments after this, but I think it's very important. Like if we all just watch closely, Miles, the reason why they put Miles with Amelia and Bennett is because they're both affectionate people, like they're both loving people, and they can grow in that area of the right amount of intimacy. The reason why
Mm,
they put Woody with Brett and Amelia is because they want them to, jumpstart, be wanting to compete almost, but jumpstart the intimacy with them. So that's why they're with them to bring them out of their shell. Miles is already out of his shell, so he needs to spend more time with the couple who's well matched.
mm. Okay,
Woody
that
and
makes
the
sense.
Yeah, Woody and the Marty are not well matched for them at this point.
Right. Because then he will try to compare himself instead of and genuinely trying to have fun.
Right, exactly. And that's why I think that's where the producers are doing it strategically. We just need to watch. I don't know if they're texting each other or whatever, but they said that's the first time they saw each other. So definitely, what's it called? He needs to, if he stays with a couple who's in the same league as them, as far as their progression, they're gonna be good as gold. If he wants to
I-
get back into his dog days, I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Well, we'll have to find out. I mean, how many more weeks we got? Like,
Well,
what we doing? I don't know. I feel like we got what, like a month probably, right? All right. I don't think they are competing. No, I don't think they compete. And what I'm saying is, I think that if they would have put, let me not say compete. I think that if they would have put Woody and Miles together as a couple on a couple's date, Woody and Miles will connect more together, and then Amani and Karen will connect more together instead of them building their relationships. That's what I think. I think they would have been focused more on their on their friendships more than the actual relationships. So I think that's why they keep them apart. All right, let's move on. The White House says Miles is weak. I would have never apologized to Karen. He needs to wake up and smell the roses. He's too happy to get any little more stuff. Hold on, let me press this. No one man has ever been born that looks good enough for me to put up with that crap. If she had even the slightest interest in Miles, she would have no problem kissing him. Even for people just dating, they will have kissed by the second date, or else they wouldn't bother to come back. So I'm gonna have to say I agree with that. Like when you meet someone, when you dating someone, some people kiss person on the first night. She really acted like she didn't want to kiss him. I'm not gonna hold you. She really did act like she didn't want to kiss him. And Miles was so scared to say it because he thought she was going to, like, reject him, that he barely wanted to say it. So Tinkerbell said Cameron was concerned that Miles was too young, but he moves more mature than she is. Second and third date kiss is not unreasonable. Miles needs to not waste his time with her. Run, Miles. Something's not right. So Angela said Karen is definitely on some power play trip type stuff, even if it is subconsciously. Spending the night away from him, disgusting jokes about sex was an act of marriage war. He apologized and brushed right through it. And she brushed right through it. He said we work to earn her. He'll work to earn her trust back, but it should be the opposite. She broke trust and wasn't held accountable. He stuck on how amazing she is while being grateful for a sprinkle of affection instead of her questionable behavior. You got all that. So he apologizes. So you think that he needs to earn her trust back? I mean, she needs to earn his trust from what, staying the night out, Angela? That's what you're saying? And then you said, right, in theory, they are a good match. Beyond him wanting to snap pics and post, his age hasn't really been a factor. He's been the ultimate gentleman and mature enough to listen and discuss difficult topics. Her, on the other hand, sad face. You like my sad face? Did I get the sad face right, Angela? But yeah, you guys, I said I don't know. I mean, Mouse and Karen is just so all over the place for me. All over the place for me. It's like 1 minute it's like, yes, I want them to do it. The next minute I'm like, Mouse, leave her alone. Like, I just don't know what I want from them at this point. Like, I just don't know what I want. I don't know. We'll figure it out, okay? So Milan said Married at First Sight needs to have their participants go through intense therapy before going through the Married at First Sight process. This will help weed out unqualified people. This also should include a mock date or a 5-minute speed date. I'm being behind Karen until she said Miles made her feel unsafe. I respect her feelings, however, I don't think she actually felt that way. She cried wolf. She found a way out and took it. I'm saying something so serious that could have changed the trajectory of someone's life is irresponsible. We all say what happens and other people were in the room. Production, cameraman. Just think of this scene was not on video. We would have hated Miles. I couldn't wait until Karen sees her mother-in-law. Miles gonna have words. Karen X is watching Married at First Sight thinking, look at this girl. She is not over me. Look at this girl. She is not over me. So Milan thinks that they need to do more of a speed date process and some mock dates before they decide who and who not to put on the show, because apparently, and she thinks they need some therapy because apparently everybody that come on Married at First Sight got some issues. And I agree. I think that Karen has too much baggage to be on Married at First Sight right now. Maybe she'll be a good participant in the future, but right now I don't think so. All I will say is that the reaction to the skin is real. When you talk about the white power, he like his Angela. You say he like his wife, and I love it. What y'all was talking about? Because I'm confused. If when you said the white power said, all I will say is the reaction to skin is real. I'm confused. I don't know what we talking about. I'm sure it has something to do with what we're talking about. I just don't know what it's related to at that moment. Franny, you still in this chat? Because you got a lot, and I'm not reading all of this for you not to be up here talking about it. Look at this. Look what Franny do to me every episode. Every episode, y'all. I'm not reading all that. Where you at? I'm gonna leave her for last because I'm definitely not about to go through all of that right now when she's not here. She knows that I like when she comes in and talks. about her comments. All right, Woody loving his wife. Oh, you mean like when he the affection? All right, let's go. Next comment. Okay, well, whenever you're ready, just join in. I'll find your comment. So Cliff said, if I was Christina, I would stop trying. Henry and Karen don't try and get a passport. For Henry to say what he said to Amani and not take into consideration Olivia's ADHD condition was unfair. Yo, Amani was being so messy, y'all, okay? She was like, so tell me about the intimacy. Well, he said that it's a deal breaker for him. I said, oh my God, she's so messy. Ooh, she was out here giving out all the tea. So messy. Self-sabotaging with her power issues. Amani got a lot going on. She I think we're gonna start to see a little more of Amani too. But I like the fact that she's just been straightforward though. So even if that is her power issues or struggle or whatever, she's still being straightforward about it. I'm gonna just say that. So hey, Happy Mood. That man, Henry is such a mean girl. Henry is such a mean girl. Look at this. Look, Angela. Look, you too. You too. Okay, so Angela said, I'm not a fan of Christina at first. She can be a little short with people, but in general, she's been a good sport and really tried to work through marriage to Henry. He was truly doing the bare minimum in the beginning. I think people give Henry a pass because whatever disability he may have. It is very noticeable in everything that he does. Christina is not so much. No one thought her attitude was due to trying to manage without a need of medication. We all knew Henry needed medication or behavior therapy for something from day one. Christina is a super trooper for making it this far. I agree. I definitely agree. Oh, thank you. Belated birthday. It's actually a sweater. It's actually a sweater, and it's like really cute in the back. I'll show y'all later. And Karen, we need to pass her right back to her mama or the ex because she wasn't ready for this. At least Christina opened up about her past likes and dislikes. She explained to Henry the cause of her actions and made an effort to do better. I still don't know anything about Karen except that she doesn't like intimacy with mouths. No reason. Everybody just assumes she's hurt over the ex or has some trauma in the past. Who knows? Not her husband, not us. She annoys me to the end with her cold, hot flip flop. But Karen has a softer demeanor than people associate with being fragile and kind. Nope, she is manipulative and rude. And when it comes to mouths, she does it with a soft voice and a smile. Is that what it is, Angela? Hey, girl! Are you back in the video? Hey, what's up?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm over her. Just, I don't know. I don't think we have to demonize her because some people kind of demonize Karen, but we don't necessarily have to do that to like Miles. I just don't think they're a good match, and I don't think it's gonna work. He has to do so much to pull it out of her, and I think that he's kind of confused about what else to do. Like he had to do make jokes. He's just come up with all these different things in different ways, and it does become abusive when he's trying to think about everything that she's doing. They turned on the TV in the background, and I'm like, what?
Your family like
Anyway,
me. I understand.
yeah, they start doing stuff, and I'm like, wait, okay, nah. Anyway, that's it. I don't know.
But you said that we only like Cameron because she comes off so like soft and fragile. And maybe that's why
Yes.
it's so hard for us to be so bad to her. Because when I did my first review on episode 1 and I was like, she fake, she fake, she fake. Y'all
Uh-huh.
remember? Everybody
Yes.
just thumbs down and like, no.
No,
And I was like,
No, I know about that life. I come off as a sweet person, so most people like me, but then they realize, like, oh wait, no, I think Karen plays that tactic though. Sometimes you know the whole sweet Southern charm thing,
Mm.
but she's not, and she's always digging on Miles. Like she was like, I know you got all the feelings over there. I know I'm making you, smile. Every time that
Right.
she would do something. So I feel like she has Mean Girl in her too, but she just hides it well. And
You
with
made a
Christina, we can
great
hate
point
her.
because I didn't think about that. That's why it's so hard for us to be like, we don't like her. We be like, we don't like her, but
Yeah. And we always try to come up with reasons, but I mean, she really knows that he likes her, and she even throws it in his face, like, oh, I know you over there with all the hugs in the fields, and I know you want to touch me, and it's just like I hate that. That
Mm.
bothers me, and I just need her to pick a side and go with it. I feel like they should have did this off camera, like just sat somewhere and was like, look, we got to be together for 8 weeks. I'm not really feeling you like that, but we're gonna be nice to each other and we're gonna be best friends, okay?
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all she had to do. She didn't have to play with him for real. Just be like, this is what we're gonna do on camera. And then when the 8 weeks is up, we're gonna go our separate ways.
So you think she's just playing with him?
Yeah. I don't think she wants to look like a bad guy, first of all, of course. Nobody wants to look bad on television.
Right.
And then I just think she's just not into him, but she wanted to finish out whatever she started.
I don't think she into him either. It's becoming too obvious at this point.
Yeah.
But I do think they will. I think they'll get there. I kind of feel like something's still telling me they're gonna get there. I don't know what. I don't know why. I don't know how. But I feel it here.
Okay.
I
do.
Whatever.
I hope.
All right. You want to say anything else?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna drop you down. All right. Let's go to the next comment, y'all. So Stephanie said, I think Olivia was trying to show him out with the trivia. That was even a regular type of trivia game. That wasn't even a regular type of trivia game. Brad was right. It was whack as hell. Brad used to get on my nerves, but Olivia is annoying as hell and dry. Okay, let me tell you something. That trivia game was like, what? I've never been to no trivia game, but I could imagine that that's probably not how it's supposed to be. Isn't trivia like when you ask like what's the most popular song by like such and such, or like what's the most common name in the whole world? Isn't that like trivia? I feel like what they was doing was something totally different. I feel like they was doing something that trivia game, and then she really caught a whole attitude because he wasn't having fun. It wasn't fun. Olivia be doing too much. Doing way too much. So then Cliff said, I promise you there are teachers who wish they would whoop their students. LOL. I'm not big on giving whoopings, but I do feel like a child should be whipped for certain things. That's extreme. Chloe, I hope your manager calls the house because you passed through for a weapon. First of all, get out of here. Get out of here. So Angel said, I've been in education for a while and taught high school before going to the central office. Some kids don't even realize how close teachers get to jumping out of character. I never counted to 10 calm myself, just ran down a list of bills I had to pay in my mind. Had it not been for my car note, for real though, I believe in a little tap a little tap pop when they are small and communication is difficult. My daughter knows my looks and how my voice changes when I'm on edge. Plus, plus that I'm disappointed in you. Speech and device lockup hits harder than any belt for my girl. Oh, that's how I feel. My daughter is so sensitive. As soon as I yell at her, she literally just goes into a little bubble. Like her feelings get hurt. So I think when it comes to whoopings, they need to just communicate on how they feel about it, like on what their level of discipline is. Like, are we gonna pop? Are we gonna like do spankings with a belt? Are we going to like just take the devices and put them in a room? Are we just going to yell till we can't yell no more? Like, what does discipline look like for us? And like, what is your definition of whooping? Because for her to say she going to go get a divorce was a little intense. Because let me tell you something. You do not just throw that word around freely unless you're really feeling it. Okay. So if you say, I want to get a divorce or I'm thinking about getting a divorce, you really better be on the edge and really thinking about getting a divorce. And then, especially, I'm glad that they started having that conversation, but I feel like they need to go deeper into that conversation, especially if they're going to end up having some kids, because she's going to end up undermining him a lot when it comes to how they discipline their kids. Every time Woody say something, she going to be like, no. And that's going to be a problem. Just saying. Just saying. So when you undermine each other and y'all not parenting on the same playing field, that causes a whole nother problem in the marriage. And the kids know it, and they'll play y'all against each other. So they better tread lightly when it comes to like, discipline. They need to figure out what kind of discipline. But I guess they will also figure that out when they have a child, because children are different too, and they respond different to different things. So I think they'll figure it out eventually when the time is right, I guess. So Seth said the point about not being able to beat your students is just to say that as a teacher you are able to discipline and get your students to listen to you throughout the day in school. If you can use those tools, then use that with your kids. Why would you want to physically harm them? Well, that's what I'm saying. I think you would have to come to an understanding as to what you mean when it comes to discipline and whoopings, Because let me tell you, if my daughter do something that calls for her to get a little pop, she getting pop. And it might be a little harder than it might be a little slap. But I don't think I will beat her, because I don't think I have it in me to grab a belt and like beat her. But she's never done anything for me to get to that point, so I don't know. I have not been skipping over the response to the comments. I've been reading them all. I promise y'all I've been reading them all. Oh, I thought you said I was skipping them. You said I was not skipping over them. Y'all not gonna sit up here and do that to me when I've been reading all 157 of these comments. I don't think I've skipped over anything, y'all, for real. So London whooping did not work for Woody. Whoopings are used to stop a her behavior. If Woody kept getting whoopings, meant he didn't learn a thing. Right, that's what I'm saying. That's when you gotta learn, like you gotta do something different for your child. You gotta figure out what works for your child. I didn't get whoopings. My mother was a talker, but then that's also why I, was a little sideways sometimes too. Out of character just a little bit, because I know she wasn't cool. Hey, Brittany,
Hey, can you
you
hear me?
coming, girl?
Girl,
I
you
can
know
hear you.
me. I'm, housewife, pretend housewife or whatever this is. So I'm doing laundry, I'm doing this, I'm running errands, I'm doing this. I'm just ready to go back to work because I can't.
You over
I'm
it?
over it. Um, so yeah, so I'm ready, girl. I stuck with what you said. You said if I'm gonna write a dissertation, that I need to be on the call, be
Right.
on the live. So I'm here.
All right, hold on. Let me find it. Let me make sure I don't lose my spot. Let me see. Franny, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I didn't know we read that many comments since your last comment. Okay, here we go. Franny's comment got 15 replies. Maybe that's the replies y'all talking about.
You
Yeah,
said
I'm
I
trying
had
to
no.
remember.
It's not that many. It was just Cliff bothering me.
Oh, he was just messing with you.
Yeah, he was just messing with me. So it's not a lot of comments there.
Okay, so let's go. So you said for Amani and Woody, he first comes off a little controlling, right? Then when she pushes back, he calms down. I feel like she just wants just what he needs. He's probably has never had anyone challenge him, and I think they will make it. I
Yep,
agree.
I agree. I think that. it's cool to have these oh, like I this what I feel like I'm firm in this belief. It's cool to think that, but like everything he says and she disagrees with, like he goes with her. So I think that he has ideas coming into this marriage, and he's realizing that hey, that's not really what it is. And I think he'll
Uh-huh.
be flexible, and they'll be able to. I think they're a good match, a great match.
But he already said it. He said, I didn't think I was gonna meet Imani. He said
Yeah,
that.
he
So
said that. Yeah,
uh-huh.
he
He's
said
definitely
that.
blown away.
Yeah, no, I think that she's doing good for him. She's good for him.
I think so too.
Yeah, there's not really much there. I mean, in regards to the whoopings, like me personally, I know my husband and I are gonna have that talk
Mm-hmm.
because he's a lot more old school than I am.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up, I didn't really get like spanked. I remember like getting it like maybe once or
Mm-hmm.
twice. Like I was very much like a hey, I want my parents to be proud of me. Like it's similar to what you said with your daughter. Like if there's a tone or if there's a little like slight, like oh, mommy's angry or daddy's angry, like oop, let me get in line.
Uh-huh.
So my husband's a little different because he's a guy and he was the baby, so he probably got it. But my thing is, if you getting whooped every day, like how is that working?
Right, right. It's not effective.
How effective is being whooped every day? If you're getting whooped every day, there
Right.
needs to like my father, even though he was very old school, he was also very comforting. He was very comforting. So I always felt open and safe to speak about my feelings and talk to him. Like I was able to talk more freely with him than I was able to talk with my mom.
Oh wow. That's
Um, my
usually
mom
the opposite way.
my mom's old school Jamaican, so like
Mm.
it's like Jamaican like folks are typically, from my experience, a bit cold. So that. But my dad, he even though his family's from the island too, he was much more soft and much more comforting and patient, and so whooping and all of that didn't really happen much in my house. So I know
Yeah.
that I think it's trifling though that they were aiming for a honeymoon baby. They didn't talk about how they were going to rear the child. But that's another thing for another day.
Right. But my
Yeah.
thing is, I think a whooping can be effective if it's done when necessary. So, like, I didn't get whoopings, but the time I tried to run away from home and my mother whipped me, I learned that day that I wasn't going to run away from home, you know?
I mean, me personally, I have always been pretty independent and, like kind of always like, okay, like I'm going to do what I need to do and always just be like on task. And I was also the worst person in class too. Like, oh, teacher, you forgot to give us that pop quiz. Like I was that girl.
Oh,
So,
no.
yeah, that was me. That was me. So I wasn't a troubled child. So I didn't really deal with that. So yeah, so I think they're good though for the most part.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay. They'll figure. I think Woody's gonna be like whatever she's with, I'm with. And I also think when they have their kids and they see the like what type of personality their kids have, they'll figure it out too.
Right. They'll figure it out.
Yeah. So Olivia and Brad, you said the rock climbing was really cute, and was Flat flirting with Olivia.
Yeah,
Was
he was
Brad?
flirting. I was like, this
You
is
think?
cute.
I think they were cute in that scene. I ain't gonna hold you.
When he got down, he was like, hey, what's up? I was like, ooh, he's flirting with her. But she didn't even catch it. She was just like, ha ha ha. Okay, it's my turn. Like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom. He's flirting with her. She's just not catching it.
Mm-hmm. You said LOL, although Brad shouldn't be good, should have been a good sport and played along with what Olivia wanted to do. I would have been bored too. Her friends seemed so dry, and that trivia wasn't trivia at all. They didn't have anything in common, and I don't even think they liked each other. I
They
think
don't.
they should say that and just try to be cool for the remainder of the experiment. Based on next week's preview, this isn't going to happen at LL not making it at all. Let me tell you something, girl. When I saw When I was sitting there looking at that trivia, I was like, "Who? Why
That
would she
trivia
think this
was
is
whack.
fun?"
Like it was real whack, real boring. Like he's the kind of guy that like, and I'm someone who enjoys trivia, right? Like I said,
Hmm.
I'm into like the weird, like dry humor, like quirky, like I'm into that stuff. And I saw that and I was like, what is this? Like he was like, I haven't you heard him, he was like, I haven't seen a TV commercial in like a decade. So what is this? So no, I think it was whack. I do think that it would have been nice, if he would have played along, because she did rock climbing for him. But like,
But he
it's only
didn't
so
know the
much.
answers. How he was going to play along, Franny?
No, I mean, I would have been the same way. I'd have been like, you know what?
I ain't
I
even
got
about
a
to do
tummy
this.
bug. I got a tummy bug. I gotta head out. Some people, they seem dry. They
Yeah,
just
and they
seem
was
so
all down his
dry and
back.
boring.
And
Like,
they was down his back like, Brett, you know it? Brett, you know it? No, he don't know
listen, I think that she's not that nice. The sweet and whatever title they gave her is not accurate. Like I think she's nice. I think she's nice nasty.
it. Mm,
And I know that because I live in that space
okay.
where I can be, nice nasty and, you know, all of that. Um yeah, so I don't think she's that nice. I think that they don't get along with anything. They're not a good match and they don't like each other. So they should just, sit down and be like, you know what? We don't like each other. We don't have anything in common. Let's just be cordial and have a good time. Let's be friends.
Yeah,
But they don't even want to do that, child.
girl. I don't know. They don't seem into each other at all. I can't even see them. I don't see it either. I'm with you. They ain't making it. If they
Yeah, they're
make
not making
it,
it. And like I don't think Brett is that bad.
he's kind of growing on me a little bit.
He's
I ain't
not that
going.
bad. Like for me, like his and we're gonna get to Karen too. I think that because they have very dry senses of humor and
Mm.
they're very like it's very awkward, the production's having a field day with them.
Is that what's happening?
That's what I think.
Is
But
that
with,
really what's happening, Franny?
that's what I think. And when we get to the Karen and Miles part, I'm so upset. But
Okay,
let's get
well,
to it.
let's get to Amelia and Bennett first. And next
Okay.
time you want to get there, you write it first.
Yeah. No, I saved it because I was like, you know what? I got to talk about this. I got to let my spirit release this. I know Cliff is like, her spirit, her peace, protect her. Yes, my spirit was wrecked. So
Okay,
go
let's
ahead.
go. All right, so Amelia and Bennett, you said Bennett is more eccentric friends than Amelia, but he seems to be a bit more normal,
Yes.
right, than her, if that makes sense. Absolutely, it makes sense. He probably appreciative of having two bathrooms since he didn't have one in his tiny house. Residents don't make enough money to cover both of them, probably 50 or 60K. Bennett is going to still have to do his odd jobs until she finishes her residency. She needs to help around the house. I appreciate Amelia not wanting to sweat the small stuff, but the small stuff can be big over time if not resolved. I don't have a mop. I have carpet in my house. I use my Swiffer wet jet for the kitchen and bathroom. LOL. Maybe that's what they meant. LOL. They'll make it.
I mean, I don't have a mop. I just don't like the bacteria and all of that. So I have the Swiffer wet jet, and I use that for the kitchen and the bathroom because I have mostly carpet in the house. I'm
Girl, you know they
hoping.
ain't got neither one of them.
I know, but I'm trying. I'm trying to like I'm just not gonna sit here and accept that they just like that. Like she don't like they've been there for how many weeks, and she don't know she got a mop. Like I don't want to accept that.
Girl, she said it. We didn't.
Oh my gosh. And the craziest thing is like I'm looking at the apartment, I'm looking at certain things, right? They were using Dr. Bronner's soap to wash the dishes. That soap is like $15.
That's probably why she only watched the inside.
That's disgusting. That is nasty. So do your lips only touch the inside of the cup?
Girl,
She
it's
is
all
gross. That was
nasty.
gross. I can't condone that.
And
I
then
don't
where did you
condone
leave
it.
the cup at? Where did you
That
leave
is
the cup?
gross. He probably was like, you know what? And the
She
craziest
nasty.
thing is like, it's crazy because we probably thought that, Bennett would have the crazy hygiene problems because of, the socks and all of that.
Right.
I think that Bennett. I think that Bennett is not a super clean person. I think that he's just someone who appreciates things, and because this was
Mm,
provided to him, he's gonna make sure he takes care of it.
right. I can
That's
agree
what I
with that.
think. That's what I think. I don't think he's like he's a stickler for cleanliness because we saw his damn tiny house. But I think it's because listen, someone has given this to us. Let's be, respectful of the space. That's where I think that comes from.
But I think also he didn't have a bathroom, so I'm sure the bathroom he used was clean because he probably never cleaned it.
Yeah.
But I also right. But I
Yeah.
think that remember when they walked into his house, he said, "Can you take off your shoes?" This is probably why his socks always dirty. But that's another
Oh
conversation.
yeah, yeah, you
What I'm
right.
saying is, I think he may be messy, but I don't think
He's
he's dirty.
dirty.
And his
Ah,
hygiene may not be like most people's hygiene, like where you take a shower. Some take showers in the morning and at night. Some take some in the morning. Like skip a shower every now, like every other day or something. That's just my opinion. I don't know how true it is, but I
right.
think he may be messy, but not necessarily dirty. Which is why he's like, "How you gonna wash the cup and not wash
I
the
can
whole
see
cup
that.
though? Like that don't make sense."
That made me
Mhm.
sick to my
Because it's
stomach.
people who are messy but are clean. Mhm.
Because like for me, right? I like lip butters and I like I use things on my lips and like it gets on the glass. So like the
Right.
idea that like my lip balm is on the glass from 2 nights ago is disgusting.
Girl, I don't. I just even when you pick up a cup, don't you take it and rinse it off? I
I
don't like
always
wet.
do, even after
I
I
don't even
wash the dishes. I'm the one that washes the dishes
because they
and
go in
I rinse
cabinets and
it.
stuff.
Yeah, dust and whatever. No, I don't know. That's just interesting. That's not my lifestyle, so I can't really say too much. But that's nasty. She needs to go ahead and wash the outside of that glass. But they're gonna
Right.
make it. They're gonna make it. Like I said, I think that she's a little bit more. He's a little bit more normal,
Right.
or
That's why he
whatever
want
we
to
think
listen to
normal is.
R&B.
Yeah, he likes soul and jazz and like I'm into Bennett. I'm into Bennett.
Yeah, me too. All right, let's move to Christina and Henry. You said I'm checked out. LOL. I'm no longer invested in their journey. Christina does come off snappy and rude, but Henry also needs to acknowledge that dealing with him requires a lot more patience than someone else. The fighting
Hmm.
every week is exhausting. LOL. Not a chance in hell of them making it. Whew, girl. If
Yeah.
they make it, I'll be surprised. I ain't even
If
gonna
I'm like, God, are you sure?
play.
Like Christina and Henry, you positive? I think that the reason why I'm no longer invested is because I can't do the fighting.
The back
All
and
the
forth.
fighting and the bickering and all it, I can't do it. It's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's making
Well,
me
it makes good
uncomfortable.
content for me, so I'm here for
For
it.
you, it's great. For me, I just want to skip it, but I can't because I'm watching it live.
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean, I. So with the ADD thing, I'm gonna believe her because that's what she said, and I
Right.
understand where Cliff is coming from because it's just like, why can we believe? Why are we believing something we're assuming Karen has, as opposed to believing what Christina has told us?
Right.
I think it's a few things. I think it has to do with the fact that um, Christina I listen, me personally, if she says she has it, I'm gonna say, okay, she has it. Like I'm gonna just accept that. But
Right.
a lot of the viewers, they think that she's using this as a Hail Mary to try to get people to, think she's more likable. So that's
To
probably why
sympathize.
people, yeah, that's probably why people feel like she's not telling the truth. Me personally, I think she's telling the truth. And to me, it makes sense why she's so snappy. Because I say it often, she comes off snappy.
Mm.
And when you have ADD, when you have ADD, like you're from what I know of it, the patience isn't there. So
Yeah.
listen, I don't. I think Henry is funny. Yes, he's a little saucy and a little petty. I think it's funny only
Right.
because that's just how I'm very shady and sassy and all of that. So I think it's funny.
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean they're not a snowball chance in hell that these people are making it. I'd be surprised if they make it to decision day. They're not even at the
Girl.
half bar. They're not even at the halfway mark, and Henry's talking about something. I don't know.
No, he didn't say
You
I
asked
don't
me
know. He
today. You
said
asked me today.
no.
It's gonna be a no, right? If you ask me today, it's gonna be a
It's gonna be a
no,
strong no
sis.
for me.
No, sis. Christina MAFS is gonna be deleted from the phone.
Right. And block. Get that.
MAFS. Yeah. Like you using the hashtag we use Henry, really?
Right. I was
But
cracking
yeah.
up like he's a trip.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. I'm into that kind of stuff. I love the housewives. I'm into like the shady, like sassy, and that's what he gives me, which is telling. It's not really the best thing, since you want to be, in a marriage. But I don't think that they're bad people either. I just don't think that they were matched properly.
Right. I don't think. I mean, I think I can see them where they was trying to get with it, but I don't think Christina's being real. So being as though she's not being real,
Why?
it's not working.
I think she's being herself. I think that's probably the issue.
No, I feel like she has a lot of layers that we that's uncovering slowly.
Well, I mean, that's everybody. Everybody's not pulling
But
all their
that's
eggs
what
in
I'm
one
saying.
basket.
But I feel like there's a lot about like the whole living situation, and then her having ADHD. It's like she's unfolding to us slowly, and it's like we. It's not like she gave us her in the beginning, and I still feel
Right.
like we don't know. It's still more we're gonna find
But
out.
it could have been in regards to her medication. Like I said before, I think I said this last week. I think that when she applied to the show and was going through the interview process, she was probably a medicated Christina.
Uh-huh.
And that's probably why they matched her with Henry.
Yeah, and now she's not medicated no
And
more.
now she's not medicated.
And she going
And
off the hook. I'm not gonna say she crazy, but she acting a little off.
yeah, she is. But I mean, Henry requires a lot of patience that I personally don't think I'd have. So I'm giving her grace there.
All
I'm
right,
giving
let's
her
get
grace.
into this Karen and Miles thing.
Lord, okay.
So, Cameron and Miles, although I don't think that he was wrong with the calendar thing, I do think that it was good that he apologized. As an adult, regardless of the intent, if you hurt someone's feelings, you apologize. They got past it, so I will too, LOL. I think that he should totally bring up her not coming home around the experts so that the conversation is productive. This was the first time that I honestly can say that she gave a genuine and selfless effort. They have work to do, but they will make it. But then, hold on. You said, I'm annoyed that we are at episode 10 and we have only seen past the cow. These people are newly married individuals to strangers. They don't have the tools to get out of this sticky situation. The experts need to do better then flashcards. And I hope you enjoy your weekend. I did, girl. You saw the pictures.
I saw I liked it. I saw and I liked it. Um so the reason why I'm very, very, very upset is because the producers are playing with us.
Okay,
They are
break it down.
playing with us. The hairstyles. Look at how crisp Miles' haircut is and then compare it to the rest of the stuff in the episode. Right? Look at Karen's nail polish. Have you ever painted your nails, changed the color, and then she painted it back? Have you ever
No,
done that?
but it's probably just weeks on weeks. You know.
No, I think that the calendar incident happened before all of this. The calendar incident happened, and then the date night dinner with the chef happened, and then playing ball with Amelia and Bennett, and then the massage. There's no other way because the way that it happened, the way that the sequences, the way that it's happening, it doesn't make any sense. And I
Right.
don't agree with Tiffy in what she said about Miles and Karen.
You made that very clear in the chat.
I didn't agree. Tiffy, you my girl, and we usually on the same page, right? But the fact that Miles apologized, even though he knew he was joking, the
Hmm.
fact that he apologized because he hurt her feelings, that is a grown man. It took me years to get to that point where I apologized to someone, not because I thought what I said was wrong, but or the intent, but because of how the other person felt.
Hmm.
That takes a certain level of maturity. That takes a certain level of understanding. And oh, sorry, there's kids running around in here. They are not mine. um, but But
You
yes,
goofy.
but like I think that Karen may have dealt with trauma or something like that in the past. And we're allowed to give her grace for that because I've read in articles where she said, she's dealt with some stuff and Miles is aware of it. So it implies that something like happened, without digging too deep into it. But for me, like she needs to be nicer to him. I don't think it was off color for him to ask about intimacy. They are married.
Right.
Everyone's saying,
Right.
"What are his intentions? What are his intentions?" He married her. He can go
Right.
to
That's his.
freaking
That was the
he
intention.
he can go and he can sleep with anybody if he wanted to.
Right.
He intended to marry her. Talking about intimacy and sex is a part of a marriage. You don't know her. She doesn't know you. And
Right.
it's frustrating because she keeps saying, call me out when I'm doing something wrong, right? I need to know what your needs are. He's constantly coming to her with those things and she shuts it down. I do feel like
Mm.
the calendar situation, I think I said it before, I think it was a mix of him being frustrated and him trying to diffuse the situation and it just turned left. He does not know how to read her. And he said that when he sat down with Woody at the barbershop.
Right.
So, like, I just think that it's a mix. I'm getting really frustrated with them. One, because I think that because of her dry humor, it's very easy to make her be the villain. It's very easy. Her jokes, like the way she giggles at certain things that you don't really think is fun. You don't see them to be funny. But
Yeah.
she has a very dry, sort of dark sense of humor, and the producers are playing with that. Number one. Number
Mm.
two, I do think that she needs to be nicer to him because he's a nice guy. And for her to say she felt unsafe was, I think that part, I do think it was manipulative because she knew what
Mm.
saying the word unsafe to someone like Miles would do to him.
Mm.
She
Woo.
knew she knew some saying something like unsafe, right? And not
Right.
coming home and not. He said he hasn't spoken to her. He didn't speak to her. He didn't know if she was safe. She knew what that was going to do to him. So she wanted to
Yeah.
punish him for that joke, right?
Oh, you think
I think
so?
so. Do I think she's a bad person? No, right? But I think she knew exactly what she was doing in that moment. She thought that it was a bad joke. She didn't like it, and to punish him, she did what she said. And I don't
Mm.
think it was right, but I do think that towards the end, I think that I think in regards to order, where they ended off with the massage, I think that's where we are now.
Yeah.
I think that is accurate. I think that's where we are. But I feel like these past 3 weeks were all jumbled up and we finally got to this point. I mean, I get it. They need footage, they need drama. Like, they just can't everybody be normal. Like, I get it. But I feel like Miles is very patient. I wish that the way Miles was acting with Woody in the barbershop, I wish he would act like that at home.
Yeah. It's just open and free, right? This is why they don't put them together
I think
because
that it would be nice if he acted like that at home. But I also understand he's just like, listen, it's like what his sister said weeks ago. Miles thinks that whoever they put in front of him is supposed to be his wife. So he
right.
doesn't want to do anything to mess it up.
It's so sad that way though because
I know,
like
and I feel bad for him because like I want him to be happy. I want him to embrace his experience because how often do we see guys come into this experience and really give it their 100%?
right. And then
So
that
yeah.
daggone Cameron.
I know, and I don't think she's a bad person, but I think what she wasn't very nice the way she handled that situation because she knew what saying unsafe would mean to someone like Miles.
Mm.
She knew that he's in tune with his emotions, and he wants to make sure everyone around him feels safe and comfortable. She knew what that was, and I think she did that on purpose to punish him. But the thing is, I can think that, and I can also think that at the end of the episode, she made a genuine effort to be
Yeah.
better. So for me, when I watch the show, and I think you
People don't
probably
believe
have
it.
noticed it, when I watch the show, I can have an idea of someone, and then the next week they can change, and I can adjust how I feel.
Right.
Like
That's why
I'm
I
not
like
gonna
talking
hate
to
the
y'all because
person.
y'all be having so many different perspectives.
Yeah, I mean,
So many
I'm just
different.
gonna judge things based on what's in front of me. But I do think that they playing with the footage and they playing with They can play with Karen and Miles. They can play with everybody else, but they're not playing with me. I know what makes sense and what doesn't.
I'm not for play. Tell them, Franny.
Do not
I
play
am.
with me. Like, come on. I pay attention to details. A part of my job is to pay attention to details. So I'm watching everything, and it's not adding up. If you watch Housewives of Atlanta, I always say this line. I always say it's a scheme that Todd set up.
Uh-huh.
You ever seen that? You don't watch Housewives of Atlanta?
I watch every season of Housewives of Atlanta.
Well, Candy's aunt was like, I don't know, she was mad at something Todd did, and she was like, there's a scheme that Todd done set up to come to us with the bull. That's what I'm thinking is happening with these producers. It's a scheme that they done set up to come to us with the bull so that we can make up our different ideas about these characters that aren't accurate.
So
But
we
I
can
do
have
think
this
she needs
common
to.
read.
Yeah, and I'm here for it, whatever. But I've been seeing some crazy stuff online, and people need to relax. People are giving no, like somebody was like threatened to kill her.
People are really invested, and I'm like,
I'm
listen,
like,
y'all, we gotta just laugh sometimes at it's just TV. Like this is, I mean, of course, this is a real experiment supposedly, but it's still just TV, okay? And
you
we don't
think
see
killing?
everything.
You think you killing her going like Maz is gonna be like, all right, let me slide into this her DMs. Like, no, like you sound nuts. These people sound crazy. I just want them to be happy. And I think that they are a good match. I just think that she needs to adjust and see that he's a good guy. I'm
Right.
agreeing with Cliff here. He's a good guy. I don't think what he did was wrong. I think he apologized solely because it seems like he hurt her feelings, and that's not what he wanted to do. Period.
Period.
Period, Pooh.
And that's just that on that.
Okay, in that order. But
Okay.
so let me head back to this laundry so that you don't have to keep hearing the kids running around in the background, and I'm gonna jump in the chat.
Okay.
All right, bye.
All right. Okay, y'all, let's move on to these comments. So London T said, hey guys, enjoy the review. Keep your husband on your show. I had such a good laugh. You two are cute together and funny. Well, thank you. I mean, I will hope we stay cute together and funny. Don't mind me, y'all. Don't mind me. Okay. Now get down to business. Karen needs to stop. I can't. She's doing the most and pulling things out of air because she really does not want to be with him. She is that for this season. Your husband is right. She is not feeling him. Girl, you are right about Amani. She should protect herself, and Woody is in lust. Check out how he looked at her hamburger. Bennett and Amelia, one word, pew, LOL. Both said at a time that they don't even wear deodorant and don't even have a mop to clean the bathroom. Olivia and Brad mismatched, and Henry and Christina shaking my head. And yes, ADHD is what she is showing, and it can be more. And it can be more we have not seen. Okay, so yeah, yeah, pretty much. I think that who she said is the new Zach. Get down to bed, Karen. She's the most. She said that that Cameron is the new Zach, y'all. Oh, we've been saying Brett was the new Zach, but now it's Cameron. I did enjoy my birthday. Thank you. This 1 week I like Karen. Next week I don't like Karen. The next one we all be doing that flip flopping with her. But oh yeah, so y'all think that Karen the new Zach, y'all? She just don't want him. But at least Zach was not playing. Zach didn't move in that house. Zach wasn't trying to be intimate. Zach wasn't trying to do nothing with Mindy. Period. Okay. Was Zach? Well, we barely saw Zach. We don't know. We barely saw him. Let me see what the reply says. So Angela said, Zach, but Mindy called him out and had those difficult conversations. I would want Mouse to do the same. But Cameron might call the law or disappear if he press in on her attitude or show any signs of frustration. That's why he's scared to do it, because he's scared that as soon as he pushed back, she gonna leave him. He is literally like tiptoeing around her, scared to say or hurt her feelings because she thinks he's gonna leave her. Well, he thinks she's gonna leave him. So Angela said, so are we just going to bypass how messy Imani was this episode? No, we not, girl. Because we just talked about how messy she is. Going back and forth with her story. Oh, he said, and you said, and she said, being messy. Uh-huh. It was probably production that prompted, but who wanders into the shadows behind the building with someone else's husband to talk about their wife? Only to go tell the wife everything that was said. I'm so mad at you right now, Angela. She said, but who wanders into the shadows behind a building with someone else's husband? Oh my God. That made no sense to me. Probably a production setup, but the shadiness of it all made me side eye her for the first time. Olivia and Brad, Christina and Henry all fooled me. I didn't think they would make it to a happy ending overall, but they can't make it through one episode. Make it through one episode of happy since the beginning. I like the softer side of Amelia. Wait, of B. Who was B? BB and of Brett, and seeing that he could use his words for good. Olivia and Brad are too much alike and stuck in their own ways of thinking, while Christina and Henry aren't even like alike to find any common ground. This make perfect sense, girl. You still in this chat? Tina K, you said Cameron is your baby? What's her name was out here, okay? Amani was out here, okay? Like she said, she was hiding in the bush while who was sleep behind the buildings and talked in the shadows. I was, girl, you funny. But their own ways of making it. Olivia and that's what it is. Olivia and Brett are both stuck in their own ways that they could never make it. Cause he is how he is and she is how he is. You would think that they was like really. Y'all serious right now? Seriously? Yo, I'm sitting here trying to read the comments, and my daughter and husband over here in the corner on bikes. Cause like why? Like why? They so rude. Which y'all going though? Oh, but it makes sense. They both so stuck in their ways that they will never ever make it. Okay, Brad ain't changing, and neither is Olivia. Period. Girl, you said it. That's what I'm gonna say in my next review. They ain't changing, so let's move on. All right. So Angela did Denmark said, Chloe, your husband was right about 2 points. It is all good to get the male's perspective in a situation. On Miles and Karen, he has me thinking, why does Karen treat Miles that way? Because she wants him to quit the marriage experiment. Also, Woody and Amani, why did Woody say I love you in 2 weeks? Your husband was right there, that everything is being forced and he doesn't truly love Amani, and that everything is based on emotion, not fact. Married at first sight isn't reality, but a forced experiment of marriage. Everything is accelerated, and mixture of people with mental illness and trauma from previous relationships make a very interesting show. Remember, Married at First Sight is a reality. It is scripted. These people are the show. These people after the show have to live with these false narratives. Woo! Well, that is what he said. Who said that? Angela Denmark. She said that this is a forced experiment of marriage. Like they don't really love each other. And my husband says that all the time. He says these people force themselves to love each other and be together because someone said that they were perfectly matched. He was like, that's why some of them he said that he thinks that's why Jeffrey and Shanice still got married, still married because he was forced into loving her. That's why it took him so long to even fall in love with her, because he said that he was forced into it. They was forced to like do these activities, forced to have these interactions, and then they couldn't leave. So it was like, I might as well just fall in love with you and be with you. I don't know, y'all. It is TV. But at the same time, I like to see my happy couple, so I ain't gonna say nothing. I think that if it's just like if you would have dated that person on your own, maybe you would have fell in love with them. Just maybe. But Angela Denmark got some good points. I'm not going to even hold you on what she said. She definitely has some good points in there because it's definitely all accelerated. Zabuki said, I think Bennett did that to promote his theater company. Did what? What did Bennett do to promote his theater company, y'all? I don't remember. So Tinkerbell said, I like trivia. I told you I'm old. But that trivia was weird. Everybody saying that trivia was weird. It was like Jeopardy because you give the answers, and then like Wheel of Fortune because the phrases were combined. Way too complicated when you're 3 drinks in. Exactly. You go to trivia to get drunk. Okay, that's it. Unless you Franny, you go to have actual trivia. You said, but you can always leave. You think they are lustful instead of being in love? Jesse still ain't fully in love with Shanice. He be playing the still baby. Right. See, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Yeah, see, I don't know. So do you, my question to y'all in the chat, do y'all think that it's a forced experience? Do you think that they really forcing them to love each other? Because I feel like we have a lot of failed couples, so I don't think it's really working if they forcing it. Because the success rate is really bad. You want them to let it go, but I like them. That's why. Oh God, everybody want them to quit. Y'all funny. It's forced, but some succeed at it. Thankfully, yeah, it's forced, but some succeed. Like, how many couples we got that succeeded? Like 4. I mean, like 6. Jesse is cute. Okay, nah, he's not really my type, but I like them together. What's the difference between whooping your kids and adult self and whooping your kids and adult? Stephanie M.A. asks. What you mean? What's the difference between whooping your kids and adults? I'm confused. I don't know. Anybody know what that means? Let me know. Or Stephanie, if you in this chat, let me know. Or if you come in and watch the replay, just write down in the comments. Around the way, girl next door said Bennett said he loves has to edit typo. Amelia on the same episode Woody said it and no one questioned it. Wait, so what you saying? You're right. I think that people see Woody and Imani are more normal, so that's why folks are caught off guard. Good observation. So, oh wait, Bennett didn't say he loved Imani in the first episode, did he? I don't remember hearing that. I don't remember hearing that. Anybody else remember that? Angela said, I think everyone, including me, at one point characterized Woody as an F boy. Yup, we all did. I sure did. I ain't gonna lie. He definitely has been otherwise. Just no one expected him to want to be in love and work on being a good spouse. Right. No one expected that. Maybe that's why it was hard for us to be like, he loved her. How? If they wanted more consistency, they would get more therapy. What? Definitely. That's why, like Franny said, we only saw Pastor Cal when they got back from the honeymoon, and we we got 9 weeks left, and that's it. Well, not 9 weeks, but we got 9 more. We got 9 weeks left. I don't know how many weeks they got left though. Let me see. Okay, so Cliff said If I was Christina, I would stop trying. Henry and Karen don't try and get a pass for it. For Henry to say that he said to Amani and not take into consideration Olivia's ADHD condition was unfair. I don't know what was his point of saying it. Okay, so if she was sitting there asking you how is the relationship going, and you was just saying that y'all was having a good time and you found her sexy, what was the point of bringing it up, especially after she just told you that she got ADHD and she's just going to start taking her medicine again? It was pointless for him to bring that back up to Imani because it started the drama all over again. That's what I think. It was like they moved two steps forward just to get knocked back four more because Henry had to go tell Amani. And that's why she was so side-eyed because she like, we just talked about this. Like, I just told you why I act like this. I just discussed that we're going to do better. I'm going to do better. And you sit there and you knock me back down. That's how I feel about that situation. So Angela said, wait. Why I feel like I read this? Okay, maybe I didn't. So Angel said, I was not a fan of Christina at first. She can be a little short with people, but in general, she's been a good sport and really tried to work through marriage to Henry. He was truly doing the bare minimum in the beginning. I think people give Henry a pass because whoever disability he has may. I read this already, y'all. Am I repeating stuff? I did read that. Am I bugging? I thought I read that. I think I read that already. I don't want to reread it because it's long, Angela. So if I didn't read it, let me know. All right. So Cliff said, what y'all do at Six Flags?" And I was never the funny one. First of all, that's gonna be another story time because me and my husband trying to do a little thing going on. We'll figure it out eventually. But just know that he really was not feeling me after that Six Flags event. And I still came right back to his house afterwards. I went home, got my clothes, and came back after after we got into a whole argument like the whole time. But we still had fun. And y'all know I'm funny. That's why y'all always like, girl, you funny. Don't do that to me, Cliff. Anyway, moving on. Thank you, Tiana, for the happy birthday wish. Charlene said hilarious. Thank you. Thank you, Dwight, for the happy birthday wish. Rosemary, thank you. Lynn, thank you. Rosary said, "You two are so cute. I can see that Bennett has a few issues with Amelia not being clean, and she just lives on a cloud. Your husband is absolutely correct about what Cameron said about safety, and everything else he said about her is absolutely true. Woody sees that Miles is being manipulated. Karen is phony, and I hope his sister gives her hell. Amani's going to be pregnant at the reunion if Woody get hot watching her do her hair. LOL. If strong men is in the house, whooping are really needed, if ever. It makes a difference. Brett and Olivia won't make it in 8 weeks. He is cramping her style. Right, he cramping her style. But you're right. If there's a strong presence in the household, then she probably won't even have to whoop the kids. And everybody seems that Miles is being manipulated. Everybody think Miles is being manipulated. It seems like everybody on the same page at this point, for the most part, besides Tiffy, because she ain't with it. Period. um, Angela said true words. With the right man in the house, that the act right comes real quick with a voice raised over conversation. Amelia is on the cloud and she has to learn that Bennett is not her dad. He's down for fluid gender relationships, but not being her maid. Period. Right, not being her maid. Woody was all and every piece of Amani. He's just as eager as Miles, but it's cute with Amani because she likes him too. Right. I can't even with Karen. I know she's a person in real life, so I try not to bash her. But just know, throw the whole Karen away. Girl, Angela don't be playing. But I do feel like she is gonna pop up pregnant at that reunion if they don't start wrapping it up. Because we know that's not happening. And the way he really be fondling over her, y'all. It's not even, it's a lie. But it is the honeymoon stage still, so it's expected. It's expected, okay? Everybody want their man to fondle over them, okay? Thank you, Yolanda, for the happy birthday. Thank you, for wife. Kimberly Robeson said, great review. You two are so cute. By the way, I think production is responsible for that foolishness with Henry and Amani. I hope Christina didn't ask Amani to pick his brain. Christina had to stop taking her meds so she could enjoy all the drinks. Right, okay? Cameron needs a therapist. Exactly. She's not ready for marriage. We all agree on that. Woody has the right mindset. Divorce should not be an option if Amani wants to be married. She should be willing to put in the work. Period. Bennett's gift to his wife was thoughtful. I'm not going to mention the dishes. I personally use a dishwasher. I don't want anyone's hands washing my dishes. Okay. Brett, his behavior was like a 5-year-old boy. I would have taken him outside and called him out on his foolish foolery. He needs a spanking. Chloe, you know you heard the spoilers. I didn't hear the spoilers. Kimberly, you know. Everybody who been following me for the longest know that when the spoilers come on, Chloe disappears, okay? I do not do the spoilers. I do not do the spoilers. I can't do it because it'll ruin my whole experience, and I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't know how to separate what really happened to what I'm seeing, so I can't do the spoilers. But I love you, Kimberly Robinson, and thank you. I really appreciate you. Stephanie said no kids are off the hook because of lack of structure in the home. It's harder to parent without hitting your kids, and people don't want to take the time to learn. It's the easier way. Lack of structure. Oh, I don't like the spoilers. Y'all know y'all don't bring the spoilers over here in this chat because I'm not here for it. Y'all know I like to do it. I want to be surprised because if I can't be real if I'm not surprised. Okay, I want to be surprised. Y'all want to know everything. That be y'all. You say you needed him to. I think he was acting interested in the beginning until he started getting bored. I think he was excited about it till he realized it wasn't what he thought it was. That's what I think was happening. So London T, thank you for the happy birthday. Around the world, girl, thank you for the happy birthday. Okay, Dwight Powell said Brett was rude at the trivia date. No, I'm at work. I'm not answering the phone. I mean, my job's calling me. Okay, not now. Okay. Brett was rude at the trivia date. Lots of people love trivia. He doesn't need to call it stupid. Y'all think he was rude? All right, sure. Okay. Everybody in the chat. Do y'all think that Brett was rude? Or do you think he genuinely just wasn't interested? I think he just wasn't interested. And because at first it looked like he was excited about it, but then when he really got in the feel for it, it was like, this ain't it. What y'all think? I think we got like 5 more comments and then I'm open the floor back up. Okay. Passive aggressive. President, though Olivia wants to be fake. That she wanted him to fake that he was having a good time. Okay. All right, let's go back where I'm at. So Around the Way girl said Amani was 100% serious when she said Woody can't hit her kids. That was a real conversation. I think the conversation at the restaurant about the divorce was banter. I didn't interpret it as that serious. Oh, you didn't interpret it as that serious? I was just overdoing it. It was just me. Okay. So Angela said low key Amani seems like she likes to debate. She's not even thinking about divorce, but was going to let him know that she can walk away if she wants to. LOL. It was cute though and keeps them from being too boring. Okay, a little bit of feistiness, you mean? So around the way girl said Angela, and he can't smooth talk his way in and out of things with her. He definitely can't because she don't play that. Right, not even a little bit. Freddie said, "Yeah, the divorce talk was banter for the most part, but serious a little too. Woody needs to understand that it's not a slam dunk. She has a choice on decision day too. That's true. They definitely have to make a choice." Around the way, girl said, "Of course, there's a choice. Woody was definitely serious. He said, we together, ain't no leaving me, girl. Right, period. We together, we signed the papers. Ain't no way we leaving." So your vet said, "You'll be surprised the issue that caused people to get divorced." Yeah, you definitely would. And then she said, when you enter a marriage with a divorced mind, you are bound to go through it with any issue that you may disagree on. Oh, so you saying that if you already go into a marriage thinking that you may possibly get divorced every time you get into an argument, you go to that mindset? Is that what you're saying, Yvette? I think people should not enter marriage unadvised these days. People go into covenants and conditions. If you hit on our kids, I would divorce you. Really? Well, that's what she said, and she was serious. She was definitely serious. Okay, so no punches. When is Brett more? No one in the mood for him. I think all these couples have potential, but they need some guidance. They need some guidance. Period. Why we can't get no guidance? So Yvette said to girl around the way girl next door, I like the positive vibes that he had. She said, yeah, I love it. And then Angela said, yeah, I think they both are extra for no reason and we're just talking. I think Amani was trying to show her extreme feelings about the subject. But you're right, divorce can't be a threat or a trump card. I like that Woody brought it back to we in this. Right. I'm very big on that divorce word, y'all. You do not throw it around, okay? Unless you really, really feel it. Because that word carries a lot of weight. Period. So once you take that word out your mouth, you bring it out your mouth, you basically start speaking that into your marriage. So I think that's one of the things that you got to be real conscious of when you get upset or when you get mad. Now, if you really feeling that, then go for it. But something that's simple, something about something like if you hit my kids, I'm divorcing you. Like he about to be out here abusing your kids. Like that's not like he about to go punch the child in the face. He's just gonna give him a pop and discipline him. That's gonna make you divorce him. Mm-mm. But we passed it, y'all. We passed it. So Deborah Williams said, Chloe, your husband mad crazy, but he making sense on many levels. Just let you know, though, Woody was not being controlling with the ankle comment. He was telling her, you're tempting my flesh with her back a little out. Okay, I was confused, just saying. Then she say I could have my ankles out and it was to tip your flesh. Now you know. If his flesh is being tipped, they fixing to get back in the bed and ain't nothing getting done today. When she told him, get your butt in there and start making breakfast. Well, I'm sure hope that Woody and Amani are getting extra checks for having to be the experts. Right. But this episode, I had a problem with the talk that they had about the kids because Amani told her diary Kim that if Woody wants to whoop the kids, she's going to divorce him. Now, I don't know if she was talking about at the 8-week mark or if she was talking about years into the future if he was to whoop the kids. She would divorce him. My problem was that she said it directly, that she didn't say it directly to him, and that was a deal breaker when she should have owned up to it because you can't just drop the D word every time you don't get your way. That's manipulated. And as far as I'm concerned, after God, your marriage is first. It comes before your kids. It comes before your parents. It comes before any and everything else. out there in the atmosphere because she didn't say it directly to him. I'm thinking this might come up in a later episode because the issue was not resolved. You're right. She did not say it to him. She didn't say it to him. She said it to the camera, so they never really fully had the conversation. Y'all right. You're right. You're right. I can see a compromise like, okay, I'm going to discipline the girls and you discipline the boys because after all, they're going to be men. And because you're the man, you have to get them to that state in life. But it sounds like she was not willing to make any compromise, and you can't do that in a marriage. In a marriage, you compromise from day one to the last day, and that the last day to one of you die. My concern is that she gets her way, this time. What's the next thing that she's going to threaten divorce over his head about? What you think? I don't think it was good to use that word divorce around, but it made perfect sense when you say that she didn't tell him because I don't remember. She didn't tell him. So they never really had that conversation, y'all. The whole time we keep saying they had to have this conversation, they really didn't have it. They really did not have it. All right, so Brenda Graham said, I love the Randalls, but I'm hearing some things. Come on, William. No, we ain't doing it. I don't want to hear no things, Brenda. Don't do it. Danielle said, Amelia expects Bennett to clean up after him like you clean up after children. Even though she is busy, everyone has to make time to stay clean. He has a life too. Money doesn't make up for nasty. Right. Everybody participate. You clean, I clean, she clean, he clean. Everybody in the house clean. You live here, you clean. She did say it to the confessional, right? So she didn't. So they never had that conversation. Abuse, abandonment, and addiction are exceptions. Right. That's where you gotta go. That's where you gotta go. Don't go. That's where you gotta go. Don't stick around for that type of stuff. So this might actually be something that they need to discuss, being as though they really never discussed it. But you're right when you said that she wants him to clean up after her. That's all that's what she wants. She wants a house husband, okay? She wants a house husband. She made it very clear, and that's why she don't cook, she don't clean, she don't do nothing. She can't be out here in the streets, y'all. MOT said, I really like and continue infidelity. Right. Continue infidelity. Right. I really like this episode. So MOT said, I really like this episode. I'm with Brett again this week. He okay. He didn't need to call the trivia boring and annoying though, LOL. But I guess Brett is going to be Brett. Is that what you keep calling him, Brett? Let me be. Let me be. I don't see anything wrong with Woody telling Amani he loves her already. It's rare, but it happens. And like he says to Miles, it wasn't expected. Agreed. I agree with that. I feel like production is trying to make up issues between Amelia and Bennett because they seem too perfect. That being said, I thought the same thing too. Amelia and Bennett and a mop. How they don't know if they have a mop and it's been 2 weeks. Anyway, so she said in the preview that she pretty much wanted a house husband. Look like Bennett will do just fine. I don't know because he already got issues with the dishes. Just saying. Christina and Henry sigh. Henry has told her he doesn't like the impatience, so I don't know why she's surprised by it. But Henry also needed to stay in the moment and not bring up the impatient thing, though. Exactly. There was no point in him bringing it up. That's why I'm like, he brought them all the way back when they was moving forward. I'm team Karen and Miles, but Miles was too easy on Karen, not coming home that night. Right. It was good that he found something to apologize for, though. I'm not sure if it was necessary. But he needed to have let her know that he didn't appreciate her not coming home, and that was won't be put up with. Absolutely not. So Cliff said, MOT, you and Franny with the novels. Y'all in the novels, okay? If you don't break up into couples, so we gonna go crazy. Yes, okay. This wasn't as bad because this didn't give me as bad as anxiety as Franny did, though. Okay, let's see. What else y'all so Aries Dances 784 said, nah, Woody was saying she looked so sexy in the bathroom, and she said only her ankle showing, and he said even your ankle sexy pretty much. Y'all, I was so confused on that, and y'all got me all together, okay? Y'all like, no, Chloe, that's not what he's trying to say. The volume was low. Okay, at that point, the volume was a little low, and I had to try to do my notes over because my husband was doing it with me. That's why I missed some stuff, y'all. That's why I missed some stuff because he don't have the patience for this stuff. Oh, that was the last comment, y'all. We did it. We did it. I read all 147 comments, so I don't want to hear y'all say, Chloe, you didn't read all the replies. Period. That's it. That's all. Period. So you guys don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Please, please, please. I was supposed to say that in the middle somewhere too, and I totally forgot, y'all. I did. I read them all. So listen, that's what y'all wanted. That's what y'all got. And it took us mad long because I think we got up here at 7 o'clock, y'all. 7, 8, 9. Oh my God, we've been up here for mad long. All right, we got a half an hour and we done. Well, it might not even be at half an hour, depending on if anybody want to join in. So this is the last chance y'all can join in and y'all can say whatever y'all want to say or not. If y'all don't, then we're gonna wrap it up. If y'all do, then I guess we're gonna sit around and talk it out for a second. So the link is in there. I'll give it a few minutes to see if anybody want to join in. But I'm sure it is the weekday. It's not like Saturday. Oh, you've been saying it for me. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Because I've been trying to get through these comments because y'all want me to read all 147 of them, but we did it, y'all. And I appreciate y'all watching the video and to listen to me and my husband talking about listening to him because y'all always be listening to me. And going off. But so I'm having a video. I'm dropping a video. I think either tomorrow evening, depending on tomorrow evening on dating in this generation. So look out for that. Me and my husband are doing a segment on intimacy in marriage, intimacy / sex in marriage. So look out for that. And Wednesday, we are doing the Married at First Sight Unfiltered Live Watch. Don't forget, Unfiltered Live Watch at 7:30, just for that half an hour. We're going to be in there. We're going to talk about the episode, laugh, or whatever. And then y'all see me with the review on Thursday morning. Housewives still make you clean up? I did good. I did good because I read it all. Yes, you and your hubby are funny. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to figure out, do I want to keep, because we want to do like more videos together. I don't know if I want to keep them on my page or go to his page and like just make it a couple page over there. Saying that after your dirty stuff. So don't forget, Unfiltered Live, y'all, and I got some videos dropping, so look out for them. What's up, Cliff?
What up? I had to miss a lot of the chat.
I know, I saw you wasn't in there for a while.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I was reading, but I was actually on the phone. So I was
you
reading
always
and
on the phone.
I was watching you on TV, then watching the chat.
Okay, so what's up?
Yeah, but I almost forgot what I was about to say. Damn. Oh, I missed everything with Brett, but I just want everybody to know it wasn't Brett's fault. He did what he could.
That it was boring?
He was engaged. Huh? It was boring. Yeah, it definitely was boring. But more importantly, I think what people don't understand that he was engaged. Did he like the games?
In the beginning, no. Yeah, right?
Yeah, like he was engaged, he was paying attention. The friends was very forceful in saying, Brett, answer. I think he would have been fine if they would have just let him sit there, talk to them, and not push them to be a part of the game. Because I think it wasn't I feel it wasn't about the game, it was about him socializing with her friends and her. And I think that's what she should have been cool with instead of being upset and walking out. I didn't like that she walked out. And you
Yeah,
can't, like when I was on mom channel, Millennium and mom channel, I was stating you can't expect someone to like what you like. Like if I
right.
invite somebody to a wrestling event, I don't think they're gonna go crazy when the Undertaker walk out like I am. You know what I'm saying? That's
Uh-huh.
just like, I can't expect that. So I think, people gotta back up off of Brett. He's trying, but Olivia, she just want things her way.
Like who said it? I can't remember who said it. I think it was Angela Denmark. She said, or maybe it wasn't, or was it done yet? I can't remember. But anyway, she said, somebody said, I'm sorry if I can't remember, but she said Brad stuck in his ways and Olivia stuck in their ways, so they will never make it. And that's just basically what it is at this point. He ain't gonna do nothing he don't want to do, and she ain't gonna do nothing she don't want to do, and they never gonna come to a compromise. So they just gotta call it quits, and that's just that.
I see with Brett, I think he'll do things. My only problem, I'll say, is maybe at certain times he should keep certain comments to himself. Like
Oh, his sarcastic self.
not really. I don't mind his sarcasm. The only time I say when he was with her friends, maybe he shouldn't have said it's stupid. That's the only thing because that's what they enjoy. Maybe he shouldn't have said that, even though
Yeah,
I felt it was kind of stupid. But maybe he shouldn't have said it.
he probably just shouldn't have said it.
Right.
That
You
is
know, like
stupid.
like yeah, that was like but everything else I just thought they was too tough, and I was like, she didn't say anything to her friends like back up off him or even try to help him to understand the game because he seemed lost.
Yeah, they was like, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, Brad, you don't know, Brad, and I'm like, oh my God, leave that man alone. He's just trying to drink his drink.
Yeah, and like I said, he was talking. I don't know. It's just crazy, and I think Olivia, not no, I'm sorry, Amelia and Bennett are going to get into it somewhere down the line
Oh yeah, it's
about the
coming.
queen. That's coming,
Bennett is going to lose his freaking mind,
and
and Amelia
I
is going
feel
to
the
laugh.
same, and I feel the same way with Woody.
And Amani,
Woody, she's a little too bossy, and he ain't got the
I think he
superwoman
needs
way.
it though.
Nah, not to that
Yes,
extent.
because he's so
She,
wild. He's so, I'm not gonna say wild, but he's
but
so
he has,
extra.
but he hasn't been wild. We heard the stories of him being a little
No, that's what I
out there.
mean. His personality is extra. She keeps him calm. That's why she always like, okay, Woody, that's enough. Like,
He gonna get tired of that bossiness. It's like it's new. He on cloud nine, but once he jump off of cloud nine, he gonna want to check that because it's just like she feel like she has to bring him down too much.
mm,
Like telling him about getting a divorce, I felt was unnecessary.
I think so too.
If she
Never
want,
play with that word.
I didn't like when they was sitting there. I was like, where did that come from?
Mad
So
random, right?
yeah, it was random. So I'm like, did we miss a scene? It was just out the blue, and I would have felt the way, saying like not, if I'm saying all these ways it'll be difficult, and you telling me how easy to be, that's gonna make me think like maybe I should cancel this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm.
but that's all I got.
All righty, Cliff. Thank you for joining us again. Thank
All
you.
right, good.
I say appreciate you, bro. I think I muted myself. I don't think you heard me. All right. Anybody else want to join in? I'm putting the link in the chat one more time. If you want to join in, I'll give it a few more seconds and I'm going to get ready to close this out. If not, anybody else want to say their last couple of words? But yes, you guys, I really, really, really appreciate you all hanging out with me on this Monday night because I know it's late and people gotta go to work. Some people do, some people don't. I do. I wasn't even supposed to be up to this late, but we here now, so that's that on that. And I have fun as always. Thank you guys for checking out my reviews and all that good stuff. It doesn't look like anybody else trying to join back in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with everybody. Help me reach this 1,000 because it's driving me crazy trying to get there. But I appreciate you all. And what I do for my birthday, if you follow me on Instagram, then you know. But I had a lot of fun. I just hanged out with my sister and some friends, and we had drinks, and we had got a hotel, and we went out to eat, and we did a lot of stuff. We just had some girls' time and had some fun, you know. I mean, I am 31, not like 21, so you know, you know. But I do appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Don't forget, I'll see you all Married at First Sight Unfiltered on Wednesday. I will be there this time, 7:30. Okay? Peace.